Alright. The cards are now available. So it is time to look through them all. I'll start with the neutrals this time because I think the neutrals are especially important for this specific set because of all the Natura and the Machina, right? So we'll start with the neutrals. We'll start with Elena. So Elena has probably the the award for most amount of related cards, so we're gonna have to walk through a bit of an essay, but let's look at her main abilities first. So her fanfare discards a non-neutral card, and then depending on what non-neutral card you discard, you get a specific class's protagonist card, which we will go and look at later. If you look at it through the portal, they don't actually show you the related cards, so we'll look at it in the game in a moment. But yeah, so basically on fanfare you discard one class card and you pick up the related protagonist card, and then on evolve she banishes an enemy follower 3 defense or less. So neutral has a generic banish now, so literally anyone can play a banish now, so things are not looking good for last words and other last word reliant effects. And then if both players have 10 play point ops, deal 10 damage to the enemy leader. I'm not sure how relevant that will come up. It feels like this is pretty high power set, so I doubt you're gonna reach 10 PP very often. Unless it's a dragon mirror, then maybe that comes up, but we shall see. Let's go ahead and look at the protagonist cards. So we go ahead and hop into the game here. So the first one, we look at Shadowcraft's protagonist card is Luna. One cost 0/2. She puts a Luna's doll in hand. Necromancy 6. She recovers an evil point. You evolve her, she gives you a spell. So her doll is a countdown 1 last words. Heal 1, draw 1 on a 1 PP amulet. And then Allure of Shadows, destroy an enemy follower that costs 10 play points or less. 5 play points or less. Necromancy 8, you can steal an enemy follower that you destroy. So you can steal like Lena, you can steal Illuvia, you can steal Ladika. You can actually steal Ladika with this, is pretty funny. You can also steal Tetra with this. And then because you have a pretty decent, well, not decent, but you have a pretty invested Machina engine as well. Ladika deals 11 damage at turn 5. Good luck hitting the turn 10, yeah. So Luna's pretty strong. Luna was very strong when she was released, and I think she still continues to be strong even now. For 1 PP, this card generates. So because Elena effect is a discard effect, she generates like 2 shadows on her own. Luna generates another 2 shadows for you. So turn 1 Elena, turn 2 Luna, and her doll is 4 shadows instantly, which is pretty solid. It also helps you spend shadows, and she gives you necromancy to recover evil point, which are all pretty solid effects. And her spell is actually good for stealing followers as well, because not only is it just the ability to destroy followers, you can even steal it, which is pretty strong. So Luna is probably pretty strong, but yeah, I think you can probably fit Luna in Shadow deck. She's very easy to play also, she's just a 1 PP follower. Next we have Arissa. Arissa is a 1 PP 1/1. They're gonna buff her even though she's a 2 cost now. She's gonna be a 1 PP 1/1. At least 2 other cards to play this turn. You get Forest Guardian's Bow, which is this thing. Countdown 2 at the end of your turn. Give your all ally followers +1/+0. All of them. I actually didn't know it was all of them. And then whenever it's returned to your hand, you can draw a card. I'm not sure this part will. I'm not sure. I think you have enough things you want to bounce that you probably won't bother bouncing the Forest Guardian's Bow. And afterwards, just draw a card. Okay, so she's just a cycle, and then whenever this follow's attack or defense increase by effect, deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. The problem with this is we don't have that many buffs right now in the rotation, I don't think, as far as I'm aware. You can buff it with Castell and like Forest Merchant, I guess, but we don't really have that many ways to buff this, like that you actually want to run. So I'm not sure how much this is gonna be impactful, although she does help you clear boards if you manage to buff her. Amulet will buff her 1 time, so you can at least get 1 AoE hit out of that, which maybe makes it like an upgrade for May if you play it from hand. Of course, she doesn't invoke, so there's that problem. Also, the other problem is that Elena is a neutral card, so being a neutral card, you need to being a neutral card, Elena needs to oh, actually, wait. Yeah, so Elena's a neutral card, so sure she doesn't count towards your Forestcraft count. But Orisa being a 1 cost is actually significantly better than being a 2 cost because Anemone Tiger and Salvia Panther are in the game. Or Wild Flyer Tiger, Wild Windflower Tiger, whatever the hell the tiger. So having a 1 cost, you can bounce with them, especially helpful. Even so, even better if you bounce this bow with the tiger and the Panther, it's maybe not even that bad. You can use it to buff followers. You can it's countdown 2, so if you bounce it, you can save it and then put it back on board again to keep recycling it if you want to keep getting the buff, which is something. I don't know if that is that good though. And then if you evolve her, you get either Gale Arrow or Storm Arrow, which is still bad. Yeah, Mosque or Chrono Forest because Evolve Recovery will look what they have. Gale Arrow is a 0 cost that, or you can buff Orisa again with this, I guess. Then you deal 1 damage to an enemy follower. When you play when a target for ally enemy card in play. I mean it's what AoE 1 damage and then you deal another 1 damage, right? No wait, it's you deal 1 damage first and then you AoE another 1 damage. I guess it doesn't make any difference if this is a targeted spell. I mean, Forest doesn't have that many like valuable evil targets, I don't think, as far as I'm aware. So if you're playing like Castell or something, maybe you can run Orisa and she will help you clear board, but then you have to run Elena, which is a bit awkward since Elena is a neutral card which you don't really want to play as badly. But I mean, if you think about it, she is I think there are applications for Orisa maybe, but it's a bit hard to say for now. Your opponent draws a card. This card is just bad. The first line of text, like, unless this is your lethal, this card is just awful. Your opponent draws a card like, hey, hello. So this card deals a maximum of 5 damage to your opponent. What do you miss? I'm starting from the neutral, so like basically nothing. Your opponent draws a card, deal dex damage to enemy leader, X equals half the number of cards. This card is just bad, I think. There's like, you probably wouldn't use, like 99% of the time you're playing Orisa, you're probably picking this spell, Gale Arrow, just to help her get the extra board clear out, which is not that bad. Orisa plus this is like around like 2 AoE damage plus 1 targeted damage, and then you can trade with her as well, which is not bad. Storm Arrow is hit face with make opponent draw and then hit face for like maximum 5 damage, but this only if your opponent's hand is full. You can maybe force them to mill cards, but overall this card is so bad. Like, even like Prayer of Conviction, the one that banishes any enemy follower and lets both players draw a card, like it's still a downside even when both players are drawing a card. This is only your opponent is drawing a card. This is not it. I think Orisa's probably Castell might be able to play her, but she's probably not gonna be played. So that is Orisa's fate probably. Yuan also will be buffed to a 1 cost 1/1. Resonance support, pretty strong card. Banish a card in your hand and put a copy of it in your deck, draw a card. So it's the standard resonance like Kasim, Rosa, all those cards. You put a card back in your deck and then draw a card. It helps you put invokes back in the deck if you're running him. And at the start of your turn, if resonance activated at least 5 times, this smash deal 4 damage to a random follower. If it has been activated at least 10 times, deal 4 damage to an enemy leader. And this card will be this will be 1 cost, by the way. 1 cost. Evolve, summon an analyzing artifact, and then it's the same end of turn effect. Or rather, start of your opponent's turn. Start of your opponent's turn is interesting because it gets around end of turn damage shields like Galder and stuff like that. Ladika or Recycle combo, definitely not. I don't see any way for Ladika and Orisa to synergize at all. Finally your Grandia. I mean Gretina. I don't think you're playing this in Machina though. It's not even a Machina follower. You'll be running Selena, which is Elena, which is Elena? Whatever, however you pronounce it. It's a neutral card, so you don't generally want to run it unless the protagonist card is that strong. They are. I did see that they did release some resonance support, so we will have to see if this is good enough. But maybe for a control deck, you can just pop this in, and then for Portal, if you're playing control, you run this along. If you run this with Elena, yeah, on turn 10 you just have 2 PP to burst 14 damage, which is pretty funny. But yeah, Yuan is probably a strong card. Yuan, it was strong as well. He still played unlimited. I think the buff will actually help him in unlimited as well. It's a bit weird that that he doesn't really have any like specific archetype he fits into, which is probably the only problem. So you might run him in a control deck. Maybe you run control Machina, you put him inside or something. But Yuan by himself is already a good card. Being costing 1, cost 1/1 makes it even better. And then he used the Analyzing Artifact, he can draw a card as well after on his Evo. So I think Wise pretty good. Probably continues to be a strong card. I mean, not Wise, sorry, Yuan. How do you feel about Wise driving his new card? We'll look at that when we get to the sword cards. And then next we have Erica. Erica is broken. We love Erica. Erica is the savior of sword. If there's any chance for sword to be a meta deck, I think it's going to be because of this. Storm. Fanfare Rally 7, put Killer Instincts in your hand whenever an allied follower or amulet comes into play, gain +1/+0. So this applies to both followers and amulet. So stuff like her own Killer Instincts as well as Terran World Tree will also activate her effect. So definitely need to keep that in mind. And then when she evolved, Rally 15, put Erica's Slide in your hand. Erica's Killer Instinct 0 cost amulet that destroys an opponent. Whenever an opponent plays a follower, you destroy and the amulet. So it's like a trap card basically that your opponent has to play around, summon a follower. And it's when they play, so even if they do something like summon a ghost or something for cheap, it doesn't work. It only works when they play a follower. So you can play this and then your opponent plays Ladika, for example, and then this thing just instantly pops the Ladika or whatever. Definitely a very strong effect. Killer Instincts. It helps. I think it actually probably helps against a decent amount of the decks in the game right now. So there's definitely one good thing. Other spell, Erica's Slide summons 2 Quick Bladers. That's it, but it's a lot. This 0 PP 4 damage basically. Plus you get 2 storms and you get 2 1/1 storms and you get her to buff twice from the Quick Bladers. So yeah, Erica's very strong card. If you're playing Rally, there's no way in hell you're not shoving in 3 of these because Erica's broken. Erica's very good. Next is the junk card does nothing, no storm, no rush. It auto evolves, so it does have rush basically. Next we have Isabel, which is the rune one. Fusion Runecraft follower. She only takes follower, which is a bit weird. But yeah. Whenever cards refuse this card, if it's the first time you put a Quadra Magic in hand, it's the second time you put Insight in your hand, if it's the third time you put Crimson Sorcery. So yeah, be able to you can use her to turn your extra followers into spells for your spell boost. And also for horror effects. And when you evolve her, she puts a Fate's Hand into your hand and spell boost the cards in your hand, and then you recover 1 play point, which I guess you can use to, I don't know, play the Insight you got from her or the Crimson Sword. Quadra Magic is this card. 2 cost, deal 2 damage to X random enemy followers. X equals the number of other different allied spells played this match. I believe this activates all at once, so even if you have more than 5, if your X is more than 5, you still only deal 2 damage to each follower, and I don't think it goes more than that. And then if X at least 8, put Elements of Creation into your hand. Elements of Creation, this card is a 6 cost card that deals 10 damage to the enemy leader, which is pretty funny. Definitely a very strong card when she was released, I think, but from now 6 damage, 6 PP for 10 damage is maybe a bit heavy. You need to pair this with a bit more other stuff, I think, to be able to get enough damage out of it. Then she heals you for 10, but it doesn't really matter because your opponent can just OTK you from 20 anyway, so like what's the point? And then you give your leader following effect when you reach the Reaper at the bottom of your deck, reduce your leader's maximum health by 5 instead of losing it. So it stops you from dying instantly when you deck out. You're probably still dead when you deck out anyway, so I'm not sure it matters too. And then the other spell she adds is like just Insight Crimson Sword, it's 1 damage, 1 PP 3 damage spell. And then Fate's Hand is Fate's Hand. So when she was first released, I believe Fate's Hand wasn't in rotation, so the fact that she adds a Fate's Hand into your hand is a bit more valuable than it is now since we have it for rotation as well. But even if you're playing like pure spell boost, like you're going all in on spell boost, she's probably your main win con just because she deals 10 damage to face for 6 PP. So I think she's pretty solid on that front. I'm just not sure you want to play spell boost. Like most of your payoff is gone, Simile is gone, and so is Crashing Rain. So what you're relying on, freaking Miser's Rapid Fire, and that's about it. So I'm not sure how well spell boost will go, but we'll have to see what else we get. But she's okay, I think. She feels Rune follower, so she can't fuse Elena, which is worth noting because you have to run Elena to get copies of her. Not sure if she'll be played. I think Machina is probably the way to go for Rune, but we'll have to see when we look at the new cards. So Rowan is the dragon's protagonist follower. 3 cost 3/2 rush. When fair, put a Curse of the Black Dragon into your hand and Hans 5 summon Dragslayer Spear. The Curse of Black Dragon is a 1 PP spell. At the end of turn, this card is in your hand and there are 3 or less Curse of Black Dragons in your hand. Activate the following effect. How do you even get more than 3 of these? I don't actually know how you're supposed to. Try to give her Delta Cannon 4 times to a random enemy. Miser Rapid Fire does 3 damage to the enemy, doesn't make 20. Miser does 2 damage, but with Amaryllis help, they get up a lot of damage. I'm still not convinced that Tetra and Miser go in the same deck, but we'll have to see. And then for this one, if Overflow is not active for you, you ping yourself in the face. If Overflow is active for you, you deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Then the Dragon Slayer Spear is countdown 2, and this is the Haven Scythe thing, if you're familiar with it. Basically every damage you deal is increased by 1. And then countdown 2, last words destroy random enemy follower. Rowan was played in Burn Dragon decks in the past, definitely. But I don't think we have enough burn time. I guess you can play him in a Storm deck and it might work actually. Rowan might actually work with like Forte and Miriam decks, I think, because he's not he's not technically a dragon follower in the sense that when you run him in your deck, he's a 1 cost. You can't run him in your deck, you have to run Elena, right? So Forte and Miriam can't accidentally draw Rowan for you, which is good. You can use him to get extra bit of damage, which might actually be the difference in the game. Especially with his Curse of the Black Dragon as well. But in Buff Dragon, for example, I don't really think Rowan works. Like, you just have much better things to do than playing Rowan in Buff Dragon, right? So, and Natura seems to be focusing on Valdane's effect to reduce max HP, so I don't see Rowan doing that much either. Maybe Fafnir can come back with Rowan, probably not. But yeah, I'm not sure Rowan will see much play in this expansion. Urias is a very, very interesting man. So if Vengeance is active for you, draw a card, and if Wrath is active for you, draw a card on his fanfare, and then Evolve puts a Horrible Knight in your hand. Horrible Knight is the legendary Wrath card. This card is insane. This card is actually insane, I think. If there are at least 4 cards in your hand, you discard 3, otherwise discard your entire hand. And then you put the Nightmare Begins, Bloody Claw, and Cursed Aura in your hand. And then for every other Horrible Knight after that, it just deals 3 damage to everything. And then Nightmare Begins, your leader the following effect at the start of your turn, draw 1 card. For the rest of the match, you draw 2 cards. Urias and Twin and Verte and Rouge and Verte, yeah, it does work, definitely. You do a lot of damage, I think. You do that at the start of your turn, draw a card. So for the rest of the game, you literally just draw 2 cards every turn, which is the most insane bullshit. And then if any Urias in play, you deal 1 damage to your leader and recover 1 evil point. The evil point recovery is also not negligible. Then we have Bloody Claw, which is your leader falling fat during your turn whenever enemy followers destroyed, deal 1 damage to your leader. So it just gives you like 1 ping damage like for the rest of the game. This thing adds up to a lot of damage against some decks. I think most decks, no, there are some decks that aren't playing many followers, it looks like, but I think most decks are playing followers in those cases. You won't Bloody Claw just pop, 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 just machine gun them in the face. And then if you have a Urias in play, you do 1 damage to leader and do 3 damage to random enemy follower. And the deck out even faster in Mill Blood. That is true. I actually didn't even think of that. I guess you could do that. And then Cursed Aura is during your turn you can't do damage to your own face, which is, I mean, it's pretty good, right? Like you just don't damage your own face, which is I mean, it's a good card. Very good effect. If any like Urias are in play, you just deal 1 damage to your leader and all enemy followers. Just that good. He just deals 1 AoE. So on the turn you play him, you play something like Nightmare Begins plus Bloody Claw, I think, or Nightmare Begins plus Cursed Aura. You usually want to play Nightmare Begins as fast as possible because you can refund that evil point you spent on him, and also you can deal some damage to your opponent to answer the board. So depending on what your opponent has on board, you play either Cursed Aura or Nightmare or Bloody Claw. And that is what Urias does. Urias is very strong. He's very strong in Wrath. The problem is, yeah, like you mentioned, the problem is a lot of Wrath cards are rotating out, so we have to see if they have enough support to make this deck still playable in rotation after them. And finally we have Eris. The 3 cost, she's being buffed to 3 cost, so she's a 3 cost 2/4. Ward Fanfare, put a Sphere Relic into your hand, recover 2 play points. Sphere Relic is this thing, it's a 2 cost amulet. Fanfare, banish an enemy follower with 3 defense or less, then if any relic gods are in play, banish an enemy follower with 9 defense or less instead, then banish. Alright. And then at the start of your opponent's turn, she can combine with the other 3 relics that she has. We'll have to look in her evil effect here. On her evil effect, she'll randomly summon one of the following elements that is already not already in play, and the amulets are Prism Relic, you 2 damage to random enemy follower at the start of your turn. And then if any relic gods are in play, you deal 6 damage instead. At the start of the turn, deal 1 damage to an enemy leader. This one's probably pretty shitty actually, this one kind of sucks. And this one is restore 1 defense to leader, which is good. Oops, I did not mean to do that. And then when they all combine, they make Relic Goddess, which is just the 7 cost 6/6 Aegis. I mean, it's just immune to everything but stat changes basically. You can't even buff her yourself either. She's not affected by any card's effect. Oh wait, she's affected by buff effects, so I guess you could buff her, but I don't think Haven has a way to buff her. So anyway, the point is that you play Ares and then you get all these amulets, and then at the end of and then when you get enough of them, they combine into the Relic Gods. This card is definitely way too slow for rotation right now. There's no way she's being played right now. She's definitely way too slow for a current game, so I think Ares even at 3 costs is just not playable. Even if she costs 3, you still can only evolve her on 4, right? So like, what's the point? Yeah, I think she's definitely gonna be not playable. And I think that's all the protagonist cards, so we can go back to... we can finally go back to Elena now. We're still on the first card of the day, by the way. We're what? How long? We're half an hour in, we're still on the first card. Fantastic. So, for Aura, she looks a bit iffy. For Sword, she's definitely instant include. For Rune, still a bit iffy on it. Rowan, iffy also. For Shadow, you probably are gonna be playing her. For Blood, if you're playing Mono, you definitely won't play her. But if you're not playing Mono, maybe you have time to play. Maybe you have some room to play her. And then Haven, you're definitely not playing her. And for Portal, I think she's looking pretty good. Too much text, not enough text to qualify as Yu-Gi-Oh level. I mean, we did just look through. So if you want context for how many cards we just looked through, we have Elena, right? And then Arissa is 4 cards on her own. Isabel is 6 cards on her own. Erica is 3 cards on her own. Or 4 if you count the Quick Blader. Erica has 4 cards on her own. Rowan is 3 cards on her own. On his own, sorry. Luna has 2 cards. Urias is 5 cards on his own. Eris is 5 cards on her own as well. No, not 5. She is 6 cards on her own. And Ewan is 2 cards on his own. The Master Globe, yeah, I'm definitely gloating her as well. So I think she will be good in Sword and Shadow and maybe Portal. The rest a bit iffy, remains to be seen. That is my opinion on the first card for today, which is Elena. Next we have Technolore Origin. Technolore is our Machina support. Unfortunately, we don't get the Out Art waifu version, which is a big shame. Accelerate 1, 2, 3 damage to an enemy follower, draw a card. So you can use this for early game, but you can only accelerate it if you have at least 3 other Machina cards in your hand, which means that you need to have a very high density of Machina cards in order for this card to be worth running. When fair, deal a pool of X damage divided between all enemies, which is the number of allied cards Machina cards plays match. So if your Machina deck doesn't have a finisher for some reason, you can play Technolore. Do you think they give extra pack because of extra cards? Are they giving extra packs? Why 9 PP? I don't know. It's probably meant as an endgame finisher. I don't think you're meant to play this as your main finisher. It's more like a backup card. You're mostly playing this for the accelerate, right? You're definitely playing this in Rune, that's for sure, I think. This is a guaranteed 3-off in Rune, most likely. But we have to be seen. I think he's mainly here for the accelerate effect, and the fanfare is just a little backup in case you get to that point. He might be able to do something, but 99% of the time you are here for his accelerate, and it's a pretty solid accelerate actually. It's a lowly dragon that costs 1 PP. Deals 3 damage to enemy follower and draws a card. Definitely a solid card, I think. It helps Tetra as well, yeah, because you can clear a follower and play a Machina card as well, so you can, data cannons can go phase. I think that's good. The fanfare is whatever the hell, but the accelerate I think is good. It's an insight with upside, which is very strong. Then next we have a Benevolent Mother. For some reason they just didn't want to name her a Viridia Magna anymore, so she's now Benevolent Mother. Yes, Rush Bane can't be evolved using evil points and can attack twice per turn. It's a 4 cost 0/4, and then last word she summons 2 world trees, and if at least 5 allied world trees have been destroyed, this magic can summon herself again, but then you evolve her. And then evolve, she's a 4 cost 4/4 with war. At the end of your turn, restore 4 defense to your leader, and last word summon 2 more trees. I think the one that gives Erica firebending. Is it? I think so. Yeah, probably. Probably, I think so, yeah. So, this card, I mean, it's a very strong card, I think, right? Like, you just remove 2 followers, and then if she dies, you get to draw 2 cards. Does she have Storm original? No. Never had Storm. She used to be I don't remember the specifics of how she used to be, but I don't think she had Storm. But yeah, if you're playing a natural deck, it's definitely strong. Like, you have enough tree. Like, at worst, she just draws you 2 cards and clears 2 followers, which is already like pretty solid. But then if you have enough trees destroyed, which you probably will if you're playing her, you're definitely playing Natura, right? Then she gives you a heal and ward as well, and she lets you create an extra follower with her. Is Tarask? Is track? What's track? You're gonna have to explain. And then last word, she still gives you the 2 trees, which means you still draw 2 cards. I mean, War Tree, I guess we can look at it. It's just a 1 cost. Amulet, last words, draw a card. Yeah. APB Dragon guy. Tarask? Tarask is still in rotation, yeah. Helps a lot against Buff Dragon actually, because their super tall followers can just get instantly popped by Benevolent Mother anyway. One of the real questions, will one of the 3 summon be destroyed? I actually don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to find out. The castle is still here. Castle is gone. But I think she looks good. You can put, also if you want, you can put her in the car. You can put her in Barney and Baron's car as well. if you want to evolve her that way for some reason, but it's an option, I guess. But yeah, I think she looks good. So yeah, I think if you're playing a nature deck, you're definitely worth considering playing this card, especially if you're playing for a late game win con like Dragon probably is with Veldane. I think you definitely want this card, right? We have Desert Wanderer, Fanfare Summon, Inherent World Tree. This card is super strong. But you're pretty fine in the zone like yourself with it. It's oh, it's when this amulet comes into play, it's not. I mean, surely it'll be fine, right? We have to see, but I think one of them should be destroyed, probably. Maybe both of them get destroyed. Actually, I don't actually know. This card is super strong. It's just a generic 2-cost 2/2, but it summons a tree and then if you evolve it, summons another tree and then for 1 PP. Some does play at the same time, no. Yeah, I don't know how it works, we have to test it. Imagine they change nature tree that can count rally for it. If the trees could count rally, they'll be extremely broken. So they probably won't do that. Like it'll be a tier 0 format with sword at the top. The tree already exists, both the tree summon target the tree that already on the field. Yeah, I'm not really sure how it works. You have to try it out in the game. Like there's nothing we can do or say. We just have to try it out again in the game and see what happens, right? But this card is definitely very strong. Oh yeah, very strong card. Yeah, move on. Alright, wait, tree can be played in U10. Blood is Machina, right? Blood is Machina, it's not Natura. So if you're playing Natura, you're probably running the neutral support. But if you're doing that, why wouldn't you just play the extra U10 cards instead? But we shall see. But yeah, this card is definitely very strong. You're playing any, I think literally any Natura deck will instantly just throw this in because it's just that good. Next is Nataran Piece. Neutral, gold, Natura spell that costs 1. Put 2 trees into your hand. At least 5 trees have been destroyed to heal your leader by 2. It's just good. Solid tree generator. It heals you as well, which is pretty solid. I don't think every Natura deck wants this. I think some decks you would rather spend your PP on other things. Like if you're playing Natura slot, you probably don't want to play this. I don't think. I could be wrong. But for decks that need the tempo, I don't think you should be playing this because you have to play the trees after you put the trees in your hand, so you'd be spending like 3 PP on trees. You're playing like Natura Forest with the Elatica, you're definitely playing this, right? But yeah, I'm not so sure about this one. It's definitely not as omnipotent as this Desert Wanderer is. I think Natura Sword will play this. We'll have to see. But I mean, 3 PP to draw 2 is basically what this card does, right? And then it heals you 2 as well if it happens. And then if you don't want to play the trees, you can draw less cards but also heal. It's definitely solid Natura support, but a bit slower than Desert Wanderer. So you can't play in like slower, I mean in decks that want to go faster, but in slower or combo oriented decks like Ladika or Natura Dragon, I think there is probably room to run. Alright, ready for turn 5, 11 damage. Joke's on you, I don't watch them not even stop at 11. Ooh, this thing's back. Wait. What? Wait, this thing's back. Anarchy Lizard. 3 cost 3/3 ward, summon a bullet bike. Well, summon another. Why is the bike back? We do even have bike support, right? The bullet bike, if you don't know, gives our follower +2 and rush, and then it gets banished. Yeah, it's just like it's a bike that just buffs the next follower that comes into play. And then you evolve him, he summons another copy of himself, apparently. Wait, isn't this a lot of stats? I mean, like Haven support. It can support a lot of things because there's a lot of storms in this game right now, and it supports a lot. It supports anything that wants the Storm followers. Alika support, yeah, you can buff Alika with this as well. There's a lot of stats as well. It's 3 cost 5/5 ward and it sounds another 3/3 ward, and both of them give you a bike. I think it looks good, but we have to see if there's any decks that can make use of it. The glass cost 3, which is a bit heavy. So we have to see if any decks can make use of it. You got War in the reprint apparently. The Ruins of Iolon. 1 cost amulet that calm down 1 fanfare, put a random mechanic follower. So they put the draw effect on the fanfare now instead of the last words like it used to be, which is definitely much better. Then last words, put a recovery in your hand. If you have more evil points, the opponent draw a card instead, which is very strong. It just draws you 2 cards for 1 PP. That's not fair. This is not fair. What's written? This text is just not fair. And you put a recovery in your hand as well, which is just the 1 PP spell. It heals your leader by 1 and heals all allied mechanic followers by 2, which is definitely nice. Can't work for Gratina. It does work for Gratina, but it will draw a Gratina, so you have that problem. And we have Hoverboard Speedster, 2 cost 2/1. Fanfare, put a regular Mechana deck in your hand. Card in your hand. Oh yeah, I should probably say this card is probably run in every Mechana deck like ever. This card is just good enough. Wait, actually? Yeah, it only draws followers as well, so you can get the key cards that you need if your key cards are solid. Next is Hoverboard Speedster, put a random Mechana from your deck into your hand. Evolve, if you have at least 3 Mechana cards in your hand, restore 3 defense to your leader. The Evolve effect is a bit goofy. I'm not sure how much the Evolve effect will come into play, but the Fanfare effect is definitely solid, so if you want a more temple-oriented Mechana deck, you can definitely run this. You can definitely throw this into a Mechana Portal as is as well, because it's just good enough for that. Yeah, good card. Solid card. Wait, this is also back. Valiant Outlaw. 1 cost rush. Last words, put it to steal in your hand. I don't know why they're bringing all these things back. How can they bring all these back and not give us Radical Gunslinger? This is illegal. Your host steed is just this. It's an amulet that gives +1/+1. The next follower in play. I don't think this is very good. This doesn't look very good to me. I don't think this is good. And again with Erica. Yeah, I don't think this card is gonna be very good. I don't think there's space to run this in like any deck. The 1 cost 1/1 it has rush, but like, wait, this is also bad. Wait, are these all resurgent cards? The neutrals are all resurgent apparently. Yeah. Zuna's Reconstruction. 3 cost neutral bronze. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Draw 2 cards. Restore 4 defense to your leader. Wait, this is just Angel's Blessing. Wait, this is Angel's Blessing that heals you for 2. I mean, heals you for 4. The fact that it's a -1 on card advantage is a bit off though. Heals a lot, but the -1, which is very awkward, but it heals for a lot. Heal 4 is good. Useful for this card dragon. Too bad Lumiere is not even in the game anymore. Yeah, I'm not sold on this. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. I have no faith. I don't like this. I don't like that it discards. Yeah, I don't like it. Oh, all right. We're in forest territory now, so we're down with the neutrals apparently. You only like twin. I don't really like running twin that much. It just feels like more like a necessity than. Briar Maiden, the forest legendary, the non-resurgent forest legendary. More Fanfare, give all ally followers clash D1 damage to the enemy follower. It can make a board actually very hard to deal with, which is interesting. You can evolve for 0 evil points, which is pretty decent. When another ally follower comes into play, give it clash D1 damage to an enemy follower. Board, evolve, summon 2 fairies. Wait, it doesn't give it. Oh, it gives all ally followers. This includes herself. Okay, that's worth noting. Board, evolve, summon 2 fairies, give rush to all ally followers. And if at least 10 ally followers have left played this match. Oh, this is the first time we have the ability to summon multiple fairies. Oh wait, we don't have Plumera anymore. Terrible. If at least 10 ally followers have left played this match, give all ally followers clash. And another ally follower comes to play. I think this card is very good actually. Castell doesn't have very good evolve targets. Usually you're just evolving for stats, so this gives you something that you can evolve, and she evolves for free. And she's 2 play points for 3 fairies. I mean 3 forest cards. And she also helps you play with the fairy dragon better as well, because you can just use her if you don't want to use her. It pings damage, it makes your board very hard to clear also. Like your opponent is like rally or something and they rely on their one health followers to trade, then they just can't touch a follower, which is insanity. I actually think this is good. I think this is good. I think this is like a 2-off in Castell probably. You probably don't go for as far as running 3, but I think she's good enough to run 2-off. Yeah, I think she's good. I like her. I like this card. I think it's good. Next is Ladika, Nature's Clause, 5 cost for 4, Forest Legendary, Nature, and be evolved using evil points. When you play a Nature card, you have 1 evil point, so it's like a Philly but for Nature cards. If it's the 4th Nature card later this turn, this evolve this, and then when she evolves, she's 6 cost with Storm. And then she puts a spell in her hand, your hand. Spell buffs her for the number of cards played this turn, number of Nature cards played this turn, including this card. And then deal 5 damage to random enemy, which is good. I mean, obviously she's super strong, right? Storms for 11 basically on turn 5. She's guaranteed like at minimum 11 damage as long as you can play at least 1 nature card after playing her. Or rather, you play enough cards, you just Storms for 11, you can extend the combo with more PP or more 0 cost nature cards if you have any of those. It's limited to nature cards though, so you can't like cheese it with fairy wisps or anything, which is probably for the best. Blood Bite too, yeah, you can buff her with Blood Bite as well. It's too bad they put this or later text here. If they didn't put this here, you could do some stupid cheesy strategy where you just like on turn 5 just draw to your entire deck with using the power of nature cards, and then you just accelerate Oberon on turn 6. Just accelerate Oberon, evolve it, hit phase, and win the game. That'd be funny, but I guess they saw through that. Yeah, it's later this turn, which means that you can't cheese her by using her as the 4th nature card. It would be funny if you could do it, but unfortunately you can't do it. She's definitely strong though. And it doesn't say instead either, so on the 4th nature card you play, she still recovers the 1 PP as well. Yeah, definitely a good card. Storms for 11 on 5 PP. That's not even like the biggest amount of Storm in this expansion, which is the most insane thing. Probably a good card, you can definitely build a deck around this. Next we have Damien, Drill Arm Battler. This evil support. Forest Legendary Machina, 5 cost for 5, evolves into a 6/7. Storm Fanfare for at least X at least 5 recover 3 play points. If X at least 7, gain the ability to ignore ward. X is the number of time ally for to destroy this match. Right, do X damage to all followers. So I guess you're meant to play him after 7 evos, and then you just hit them in the face, and then you clear that board along the way to clear the way for your other followers, and it's like 2 PP only. It's kind of like Alice, I guess. do we have enough payoff for this? Does Forest have enough payoff to work with this? I guess you can play. For now, I don't really see how you're meant to win with this. Evil Fairy support, but like, if you're playing Evil Fairy, wouldn't Castel just be the better engine to go for than this? I feel like I'd rather just use Castel if I'm playing Evil Fairy. Maybe that's just me. Doesn't even evolve by itself on his own. I mean, he's good. He looks like pretty solid, but I don't know if there's enough Evil support for this to work. Also, I just don't like this card, to be honest with you. I think it's a very boring effect, isn't it? Like, it's just like evil can do thing. It doesn't have like the feel of like a fancy legendary follower with like flashy effects. Like, you can Ladika who does this cool shit. You have this which does a lot of cool shit. You have this which its face. Did they announce auto evil neutral? Not even one of them. None of them auto evil. Yeah, none of them have auto evil effects. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's enough support. I think if you're playing Forest, you're probably going for either Castel or Ladika. I don't think this is it. Next is Ardent Avatar of Growth. Avatar of Growth is interesting card, I guess. 3 cost 3/1 rush. Last words do 2 damage to enemy leader. Give a leader the following effect. When an ally follow ally amulet leaves plays this turn, summon the Avatar of Growth. You can use this with the bikes and the horses if you want, but you're probably using this with the Niteran Great Tree. I mean, it's like recyclable. It's a 2 damage that just infinitely loops as long as you pop enough trees, right? Bad. But I don't like the fact that he's a Natura follower, so he gets in the way of you trying to search for Ladika. Only Forest, not Haven. If this is Haven, this would be insane, I think. I think he's too heavy, but what else are you gonna do on turn 3? Like, you just play him hit in the face, and then like every time you have 3 Endless Leaf play, he just comes out and hits something and do 2 damage to your opponent. If you think about it as chipping your opponent down, you can finish them with Ladika on turn 5. I think it's probably not actually that bad. Like, you play this on turn 3, hit them, deal 2 damage, spend turn 4 setting up, turn 5 you play Ladika. And that's 15 damage. That doesn't seem too bad, right? I think this looks pretty decent. I don't know. The fact that he's a Natura follower means that whenever you play a search, wait, does we not have a search? Wait, I thought Forest had a way to search. It does, right? Not crazy? Does? Yeah, it does have a way to search Natura cards. But the fact that it's a Natura follower makes it get in the way of your Natura search is a bit awkward. But it does provide a decent amount of damage, I think. Not that bad. The question is how easy it is to have 3 amulets leave play. Like, you have to like sink a bunch of trees into it, but then you kind of want to save your trees for Ladika, I guess. Like, he's just like recurring damage, which is like, he's like a mini Dark Alice. The mini Dark Alice. I actually think this card looks decent. It might be worth trying out. Alright, 1 cost, gold spell, no traits, deal X damage to all enemy followers. X at least 4, recover 1 evil point. X cards played this turn. This can AoE for absolutely obscene numbers. Chrono support. It's very hard to play enough cards for this to do anything in Chrono, I think. But this card can AoE for some very obscene numbers if you try hard enough. This is Oberon support. This is 30 cards Oberon support. I mean, it's a good removal card, but like, where are you gonna run it? There's like no space, I don't feel like, in any deck to run this card. Estelle, you don't want to run so many spells, and you're already saving those slots for stuff like Nature's Guidance, which is more impactful than this. Radika, you play in Natura. But I don't think you're playing that many cards per turn. Other than your Radika turn, I don't think you're playing that many cards per turn. I guess you... I mean, it's good removal, but I don't see where you would play this. There's not even Magachio anymore. If the Magachio was in the game, you would like 1000% play this in Magachio, but Magachio's gone, so like, what's the point of this card? I'll wait for Radika to never come out. Yeah, they decided she's too OP, she's just not gonna release her. I just don't think there's any place to run her right now, run this spell right now, even though it's a pretty decent spell, like, based on what it says on the text. I don't see any deck you play this, maybe in Radika, and that's about it. Next, Beastfolk Gatherer, 2 cost, 2 Forest, Silver, Natura, Havencraft. Oh, okay, this card's broken. This card's super strong. This card's super strong. Actually super strong. This card is ridiculous. No way. There's no way. Just read the evolved text. That's all you need to do. Just read this. With other classes, it's like, oh cool, you have a 0 cost tree. What the hell are you gonna do with it? Draw a card. But with this, with Radika in the game, this card means something very, very different. Generates a 0 cost tree for you, which means you can play Radika on 5 and then play a 0 cost tree and then just get the recover the play point that way. Very strong. This second half text is super strong. Spirit Beam. Summon Netherran World Tree. At least 2 other cards play can return the defense their leader. Definitely good. That's good. Also, I think it's healing and it draws cards. It draws cards and it heals. That's good. It's just good. This is just good. It also helps you get a Radika count up being a 1-cost Natura card. All the 1-cost Natura cards are particularly noteworthy because you can play them with Radika, which instantly makes them better than they already are. Yeah, this card is definitely good. Loving Embrace, Forest Silver, Machina, and Natura Fusion Forest cards. Put a Natura follower from the deck into your hand. This card spills at least 1 card. Put a Nature and World Tree into your hand. Change cost 0. This card is Insanity as well. It just turns on Radika on its own. Like, you fuse, play this, draw Radika, get a 0 cost World Tree, game. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Right? Rightful Tree, and it's also, this is gonna be bad. You don't have to read this, it's gonna be bad. If I summon another tree when this will come to play for any ally at the time, we'll trade off this. Yep, garbage. Take two card. If Litera costs 3 cost 0, Radika then to Damien. You need enough PP to play both Radika and Damien. Damien costs 5. Like, he recovers play points when you play him, but you have to have enough play points to play him first. I guess you can play Damien and then Radika, but the problem with that is you need to have enough evos for Damien to recover play point, which is 7 evos, which is definitely way too slow. If you're gonna do that, just kill them with Radika instead. There's no way in here reaching 7 evos by turn 5 or turn 37 EOS by turn 7 while setting up Ladika. And you do all that so that Damien and Ladika can storm together. I feel like you would just play a dedicated Ladika deck, right? One cost 1/1, Bronze Natura, Fanfare if at least 2 other cards to play the same game +1, and Rush, last word summon agree. We are predicting Ladika will nerf by Mysteria. Remains to be seen. My nerf target is probably a bit different. I would expect a different card to be nerfed, not Ladika, but I think the card that I expect to get nerfed is a different card. This card is also good though. I'm not sure, like, you can just play it on turn 1, it's just a tree. It's a tree. And then if you play enough cards, you even get Rush. Right, it's just a tree. Plus, there's not even that many nature cards. I feel like you just jam every nature card that you need. Just jam every nature card, right? I think I'm probably just gonna play it. I mean, like, it's a very inoffensive card, right? It's a 1 cost that just draws a card. It just cycles. And it gets bonus also if you've played it on 2 other cards. Which you can do with just Ladika. But this card is very inoffensive, I think. Is that... Oh, there's still more. Full guard, 2 cost. 4 cost 2/2. Fanfare summon a tree and then... Wait. Now hold on. If she's basketball amount of healing, cards can counter her hand. But if you spend a lot of time healing, how do you win the game? Hold on a second. Do math here. 1. Amulet does 1. Okay. There's 3 amulets play for 3 damage. Why 4 PP? I think I meant to evolve him, probably is the point. There is some Oathkeeper. You can play this on turn 7. You play this, evolve it, play Ladika. And then play a 0 cost Ward Tree. Not that bad. But he's very heavy at 4 play points. You really don't want to draw this card, so maybe not. It does deal damage. You can play him, evolve him, and then play 2 more trees. And that's 3 damage. Plus, that's also 3 amulets left play, so that gives you your avatar of growth, whatever the card was called, back as well, for another like 3 damage. You think Lubel is more threatening than Ladika? I also think so. I also think Lubel is more insane than Ladika is. But this is why I just... That's it, right? Oh wait, there's still one more. Yeah, this card is very heavy. You maybe want 1 or 2, but you very hard to justify running it. Fusion Forestcraft cards destroy and wait. Wait. That's a lot worse than it used to be. You destroy it and like Ethereum World Tree. Plus 2 also, so you can't cheese with Ladika. Just like it recovers a play point, which means it effectively costs only 1, but it requires a targetable enemy follower. And you need to have 6 PP with Ladika. You play Ladika, play a 0 cost 3, and then you play this card. which is a bit slow. You destroy the tree, you don't get a tree back after you. A bit weird. I'm not as convinced about this card. Oh, it deals 2 damage to the enemy leader. Hold on. Wait. This delivers the enemy leader. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. This might actually be decent. Plays with Ladika, it's actually a lot of damage. It is actually pretty decent now. Wait, I'm rethinking it. I think this is good. Yeah, this is good. It deals 2 damage to face. This is a good card. This is a good card. Oh, Forest looks pretty strong. How everyone forget Iris can help all Forest deck. I mean, Iris is basically just draw 2, right? Like, that's just what she does. She just draws 2 cards, basically, is what she does. This deck's case, you probably want to spend your time setting up pinging early damage so that you can finish them off with Ladika on turn 5 or 6. I wonder if you play this as an aggro deck, actually. Maybe you do play this card then. It's very aggressive curve. A lot of cheap followers generate 3 while dealing damage. Right, but alone just activates Ladika if you want to do that. Ladika just hits face by 11 plus. Generate enough Ladika can deal a lot more than 11 damage as well. And Forest has the ability to run the Almighty Lily. Forest also has the ability to run one of the best, basically the best survival card in the game, Lily. Another plus point for Forest. Forest looks strong. Yeah, Forest definitely looks strong, I think. Next. Sword time. I need to figure out how to counter it sooner or later. Hey, maybe the English players will figure it out. There's a simple counter to it, and it's called Killer Instinct. Just play Killer Instinct, that's all you need. Ian is the Forest expert, he know what to do. Probably ruin. Why is counter everything? Why does it even work against Ladika? Why does it even do anything against Ladika? He has no fanfare. Alright, we have Garo. This card competes with Galamil for the hardest to say name in recent history. Why is used to counter everything? Why doesn't actually counter that many things? But it does counter Buff Dragon, which is probably the main selling point. Sword, Legendary, Officer, Bane during your turn when allied follower evolves. Evolve this follower. Right? If follows evolve at least 5 times this match, kill leader the following effect. Next time a leader or this follower takes damage, reduce the damage to 0. So this is a Bane that's very hard to get rid of, I guess. You can trade an enemy follower for free. It's German language. I don't speak German, unfortunately. Oh, it's Signa. Kind of Signa. It's just Signa. This card is This card is defensive Signa. Which just makes it good card. I mean, it's good. Like, it's a good card. Like, evolves for free for 1 PP is already solid. Speak German fluently and I still don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe someone will figure it out. You can use it with Wise. That is true, you can use it with Wise. Turn 5, right? I mean, use it at least 5 times is probably... not sure how fast you'll be able to reach 5 times, but... It doesn't... Neutral support? I actually don't think this is neutral support. Wait, no, this one in particular is neutral support. Yeah, this one is neutral support. Bunny and Baron is the one that I just don't think works with neutral, but this one works with neutral, definitely. Gives you a damage shield, helps you clear a follower and sticks on board after that. And it's a free evo for 1 PP, and it has Bane. Yeah, this card is good. I think this card is good. This card is good, but I don't know if there's a deck for it. Like, Neutral Sword is like pretty kind of dead in the water without Alice. It's very hard to it's very hard to play Neutral Sword without. It's a good card, but you don't know why Source needs face protection so that you don't get one shot by Ladika probably. The gameplay more defensive now. I mean, it's good to have options, right? If you want to play a defensive deck, you have cards to use it for. You have cards for it as well. Realistically, all the offense you need already exists and it's right here. Like, we already got the offensive card we need. Like, it's right here. This is our offensive card done. We're done here. That's all we really need. We have our offensive card. So it's fine if they give us some defensive cards for people who want to play other forms of deck. Hoping for Zeus comeback. Yeah, Zeus would have been nice, right? Actually play an evil deck. This is Baleon, Sword Legendary, Commander, Nature. Ward, Fanfare, if at least 10 allied cards have left play this match, evolve this follower. Fanfare, if at least 10 allied cards. Allied cards, which applies to both amulets and followers. And it's left play, so even if they get banished, it's still fine. Definitely worth noting those points. And then once he evolves, he has Storm and War, and when he evolves, keep the following effect. Once each turn, it's only once per turn, which is very unfortunate, but yeah, once per turn when Allied Nature and Roll 3 is destroyed, put a Luminous Blade in your hand. And Luminous Blade is a 0-cost spell, gives +1/+1 to Allied Nature follower. If at least 20 Allied cards have left play this match, give it +2/+2 instead. And then if you select Baleon, you just deal 2 damage to random enemy follower. This is... You have mini expansion Copium. They're probably gonna give more story cards for mini though. I mean, it's a what? It's pretty accessible, just 6 damage Storm for 3 PP, which is not bad. Pretty solid. I think you're playing Nature Assault, you're probably going for an aggro build with this card as your finisher. I don't think you have enough big... I don't think you really have enough big finishers for you to not run an aggro build. Or maybe you just, like, somehow try to get Erika to work in a deck with no rally. Is there any Storm in Sword? Always Soul Sniper. Soul Sniper's not even a sword card. Sword has a lot of Storm, has this. Wait, alright, let's not look too far ahead. Alright, we're slowly going through. But yeah, his base effect looks pretty solid. You can buff other followers that aren't himself as well. So you can just consistently get a bit of damage out of it. It's like a downgraded version of Charlemagne, but kind of like cards left play. I think it's pretty fast actually. We get there pretty fast. Buff Twin Blader, only buff Nature followers. I'm buff Twin Blader. We replace Alice in neutral Charlemagne, but I'm not sure that will be a thing. Replace Alice in neutral Charlemagne. Definitely not, because he doesn't draw, and also you get to... For neutral, 10 allied cards is definitely too slow compared to Alice. But the fact he doesn't draw is a very big deal. Alice, one of the most important things Alice does is she draws cards, which this doesn't do. Only ensure I said I'm not gonna let you can just like keep a bunch of the spells and then just start buffing the twin blade there for like ridiculous amount of damage. They forgot about Charlemagne's support. We had this, which is Charlemagne's support. Alright, Bun Bear. Oh, I just realized it shortened the Bun and Bear instead of Bunny Bear. I think that name was too long, they had to reduce the number of letters, which is why it's reduced to Bun and Bear. Or I guess for people who like to drink with their breakfast, they can eat a bun and go to a bar. 4 cost 3/3 Storm. Put a revolutionary shot in your hand. Give it the following effect. Every time this card is in your hand, discard it. If more evil points than your opponent, put 2 in your hand instead. Storm. Evolve at the start of turn. Summon Val. Revolutionary shot is 0 cost spell. This is discarded. It heals you for 2. If you play it, deals force damage to an enemy follower. And Val is the 3 cost 2/2 car. Maneuver. Followers that cost 5 or less play points. When this follower becomes maneuverable, you can evolve it. And when the maneuvering follower returns to play, evolve the maneuvering follower. They can use followers to drive the car, and then when they come out, they evolve it. So it's like this card is like 3 evolves for the price of 4 PP. Which is definitely solid. Also helps you answer board. If you're going second, you get 2 of the spells, which you can use to either heal for a bunch or use it to clear a bunch of followers. I actually think this is a pretty solid card. On the turn you play them, you can use them to storm for 5 and deal 4 damage to a board, or you can use them to clear. Or you can use them to heal if you want to heal, or you can even fuse the freaking spell if you want to use it for fusion for some reason. If you are just that high, I guess. Then you evolve, you get the car. The car is just a free follower that evolves, and then it evolves another follower. Wise driving his new magic card. The thing about Wise is that even if you use it to drive the car, like you still have to pay the 4 PP to play him, so like that part's a bit goofy, I think. And because they're so heavy, it's very hard to fit them into. They're heavy and they require your evil, which makes it very hard to fit into a neutral sword. It triggers evil effects. No. It triggers effects that say when this follower evolves, but evolve effects don't trigger. Like, Baleon, his effect is when this follower evolves, so it happens whenever he evolves. Which is, even with an effect like with Speedy Magic card. I think this card's main job is just to get your evil count going, which is pretty good at that, which like is good enough. I think this card is good, but again, we still haven't really seen our end game for an evil sword deck. We don't really have a good finisher. Like Grinir is your only finisher, and like what's the point? But I really like Bunny Baron, so I hope this is a good card. Next is Liot. Ward. 3 cost 1/4 Ward. It's useless card. It's a good card. Like the effect is good. Good effect. It's a good effect. It's just that there isn't a deck that wants to use this right now, I don't think. Liot, Light of the Moon, Swordcraft Gold Commander, Ward, 3 cost 1/4. Gain ambush until the end of the opponent's turn. If an allied follower has evolved at least 5 times this match, evolve this follower. Ward when this follower evolves. Beyond the Veil. Beyond the Veil is his, like, basically his legendary form's passive effect, I guess. The allied follower has evolved 7 times this match, dude. So I think what you're meant to do with this is you put him in the car. I think you're meant to put Leon in the car. So like when you have at 5, you have 5 evos, right? And then you play Leon, he will evolve. and then give you the spell, and then he will go in the card will evolve, and then when he comes out of the card, he will evolve again and give you another copy of the spell. I think that's the point. That's like the combo you're supposed to do with him. But all you get out of it is like 1 damage. I mean 3 damage for 1 PP, which is like... Maybe if last year this would be a strong effect, right? But nowadays, like, 3 damage for 1 PP is just like standard at this point. Like, there's just so many of these effects. Like, compare, like, Amaryllis buff this card is so good. Unfortunately, Amaryllis is not in Sword. Like, when this card came out, I was sort of comparing it to Alicia Nano. Like, Alicia Nano was pretty, like, it's pretty comparable, right? Like, you get Twilight Sword, AoE for 5 damage. I think both conditions, like Rally 15, 7 evils activate around the same time. But yeah, it doesn't feel like enough. Like, it's decent, you can put it in the car and that's a cute combo and everything, but it doesn't feel like enough. It doesn't feel like enough. You need more, I think, for this like whole deck to work. The legendary card before. He did have a legendary version, but that's not the one that they are reprinting. The reprinted version was gold to begin with. Like, I think he's decent, but like, I don't think it's enough to work as a finisher for Evil Sword. It's a shame, because I want to play Bunny Baron. Alright, Fiery Strike, Fusion, Swordcraft cards. Any Swordcraft card works. Doesn't have to be followers, but it has to be Swordcraft. Summon 2 Steelclad Knight. Steelclad Knight, is it the 2-2? It's the 2-2 one. This card is fused to at least 1 card, summon a Nature and World 3. If it's fused with at least 2, deal 5 damage to random enemy follower. If it's fused with 3, summon 2 Fox Spearman, which is the one Quick Blader. Last word's Quick Blader. It's just Quick Blader with an extra effect. So this is what has become of our good old Strike of Conviction. You may say this card is very good. It is good. It's like Rosa if Rosa was good. Not Rosa, sorry, Rosalie. It's like if Rosalie was a good card. Like, there's no like, you can just fuse 3 and just recycle your entire hand. Like, you can just do that because it summons so many trees. It's 5 cards destroyed for the price of 3 PP. And it helps you deal 5 damage to random follower as well. You can play it with Erica as well, which is kind of insane. Like, it just adds 5 damage to your Erica turn, which is very solid. And it also takes up very little board space, because you can just trade the Fox Spearman off and then all the trees will condense into 1 board space, which gives you more space to work with for your Erica. And even for Natura also, like, obviously, like, it gives you trees, it helps you destroy followers, and it gives you storms. Yeah, this card is just good. It's just good. That's just good. It's just good. It's just good. Fleet Tigress. Summon 2 Steelclad Knight. I don't even know you want to use the Steelclad Knight effect. I don't think the Steelclad Knight effect is actually even good, to be honest with you. I think you just want to fuse 3 and play this for the whole effect and just recycle your entire hand. Like, maybe I'm just crazy here, but I feel like most of the time you're just using it to cycle your entire hand. Like, I think every sword card can play this. But maybe not evil, but you play this. I mean, obviously you play this in Natura, but I think even Rally can play this card, just because of the ability to summon the Fox Spearman and also the synergy of Erica. Next is Fleet Tigress, Sword, Silver, Officer, Natura, or cost 4 Rush. Okay, this card's already garbage. Let's see. And if at least 5 ally restore to best leader card to play point. Last words. Yeah, this looks like awful. This looks awful. This looks like shit. This is a shit card. This looks bad. I don't like it. It's not good. Maybe like 1 or 2, but I don't think this is good. Wait, oh no, he looks so bad now. Wait, what have they done? Wait, what have they done to my boy? No. No. What have they done to my boy? No. I'm so sad. Wait, this card was so good before, now it's just shit. Now it's just trash. He used to be 3 PP, he used to be 2. He used to be 2 PP 1/1 that summons a 1/1 knight, and if you have more evil points you can evolve the 1/1 knight he summons. He used to be such a good card. What have they done to my boy? Why have they done this? Garbage. Get out of my... Hold on. So this works with Liot and nothing else. Just pretty stupid. This is just a Liot card. It literally doesn't. It works with Duelist, but like, why would you want to do that with Duelist? Why would you do that with Duelist? It's such a bad card to play with Duelist. The fact that you can evolve Liot before your evil turn just makes it look a bit better though. You can evolve Liot before his evil turn. Do we have any other ambush? We have this and we have Dashing Duelist and that's it. Unless you want to play like Kunoichi Trainee, which like no you don't. Or Ninja Master, which no you don't. Maybe they got another ambush, well. Maybe they got another ambush. Exclusive for Leo is basically exclusive for Leo. Can we have Lupin back? If we had Lupin, this card would be extremely broken. Can we have Lupin back? Can you just give us Lupin as well if we're gonna print this shit? Alright, we have to see if there's any other... Wait, this is not what I meant when I wanted Lupin back. Wait. This is not what I meant. Wait. 2 cost 3/1 Rush. Some of them Nature and World 3 if at least. If you're playing Nature, you're definitely running this card. This card is... It's not like good. It's not... Okay, it's not broken or anything, but like it's just a solid engine card for Nature if you're playing Nature. It's enough value that I think it's worth running. This card is obviously good. Oh my god, it's another ambush card. Okay, so you can play this, I guess, with that card. You can evo pretty fast if you do this, actually. Go on turn 2. Used to be able to do that with Adherent of whatever the hell that guy was named. You know what's really stupid about this card? The thing that's really stupid about this card is on turn 2 you play this and then you play that 1 cost spell. And then on turn 3 you just play Blooming Dancer and your opponent just top lefts. 1 cost 1/1 ambush. I mean, you evo very fast, actually. Wait, the God combo. Wait, the God combo. Wait, this is the God combo. Wait, no, it doesn't work, cause... Wait, no, it keeps the ambush, wait. Wait, this is the God combo. Okay, so on turn 1 you play this. And then on turn 2 you play the 1 cost legendary, and then you play the spell. You evolve twice on... you evolve 2 times by turn 2. And then turn 3 you play Troya. And then turn 4, you can just play Oceana's Blooming Dancer or some bullshit like that. And there's like 5 evils by turn 4. You can technically reach 5 evils by turn 4. In theory. Actually, wait, if it's this fast, it might actually be good. Oh, but it's so high rolly though. You need to have such a like perfect hand for it to work. So high rolly. We could evolve so fast. Holy shit. You can evolve so fast. With Balion spell card, you can't buff this with Balion. It doesn't have new Natura. Balion can only buff Natura cards. This is interesting actually. It's very hard for me to decide. Like, you can just out-tempo people and roll over them, I think, with enough high roll, but if you don't high roll, it's like so bad, you have no late game. I think this will require testing to decide, but it looks interesting so far actually. Enhance forward. It actually looks interesting. There are 2 evils in turn 2. You can reach 5 evils turn 4. You can reach even more than that if you high roll enough. Interesting. I think it's very hard to say if this will be good. It feels like it has potential, but it also feels like it's very reliant on high rolly early evils. You don't evolve enough early, like it's just goofy, right? And how do you win? Roland and Wise. Wait, what if you just spend your early? Wait, what if you just turbo evo early game, right? And then your game plan is you tempo early game, and if you can kill your opponent, you kill your opponent. If you can't kill your opponent, you just switch to Roland and Wise, and then you just stall them out and win the game that way. Maybe. Late game you Odin. Odin is only 7 PP or Storm. Like you just run Twin Blader for your late game. Like if you can't tempo enough early game, you just ruin their plans with Wise, and then you just kill them with Twin Blader or Erica, whichever you prefer. This has potential. It's very hard to say. I need to test. This requires testing, but I think it's potential with like this level of high roll potential makes it very interesting. I will probably try it at some point. 1 cost 2 damage to random enemy follower. If at least 10 allied cards have left, say this match deal 10 damage instead. What the fuck? Uneven cleared buff dragons Drazael. What's the point? Kick W. Summon a tree. It does summon a tree. This is situational, I think. I think you only put this in if you need the early tempo on board clear. But other than that, you prefer to run other cards. I don't think this is that good. No more Drazael, yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is that good. Like, the 10 damage is a very stupid number, but I don't think it's that good. It does. Wait, it does summon a tree, which lets you kill a tree, which gives you Balion spell. Maybe that's what. Looks just okay. I think it looks okay. It doesn't look that good. It doesn't look that bad either. I think it's just an okay spell here. Oh, that's all Sword has. Wait, we actually got 0 rally support besides Fiery Strike. This is our only rally support. We got 1 piece of garbage here. Or we got 2 pieces of garbage here. This one is interesting. These 2 cards. 2 are definitely worth running. This one is very interesting as well. Does car activate support cannon? It's not a commander, right? It's probably an officer. Yeah, the car is an officer. This is also an officer. Balion activates the cannon, but you probably don't want to wait. Actually, no, you probably don't want to play. Leon is also a cannon activator. Leon activates the cannon, and it uses his. We've already tested this before. It uses his post evo. It uses his post evo effect. So when you evolve him. You evolve and then deal the support cannon damage, which they bring back Leon and Mr. Lina. I don't think they're gonna bestow Leon back. What would they do? They've already given us Balion. That'd be such a waste. I hope they don't do that. That'd be such a waste of a legend slot. We already have Balion. Why do we need Mr. Lina? Something else. I mean, so has interesting ideas, right? You can play Rally, you can play Hra, you can play Evo. All of them are worth trying. Does maneuver make the coin problem twice? Yes. So if you play Liot, Liot will Evo, deal the cannon will do 3 damage, then Liot will get in the car. And then when he comes out of the car, he will do another support cannon damage. Where's his daughter? Whose daughter? Mr. Lina? I guess there is no Mr. Lina. Here, he's right here. This is your Mr. Lina. Right here. That's all you get. Wait, no, she appears in forest cards as well, right? I think. No, she appears in the blood cards, I think. Going with next is Rune. It didn't add her, yeah, she's not added as a card. Rune has Rosy Court Magician, 8 cost 2/4, spell boost. Alright, interesting. We already immediately we have spell boost, subtract 1 from the cost of this card. Ward, Fanfare, Banish, and Enemy Foe, restore 3 defense to your leader. Spell boost the card in your hand. Let me tell about enemy effects. When you play a card spell boost, evolve this follower. Ah. This actually looks pretty solid. It's like a slightly shittier, it's like a shittier version of Chakram Wizard. this endgame gold legendary card is a shittier version of a bronze card from like over a year ago. It feels like I mean, it banishes. It's non-conditional banish, which maybe is better than. It makes it better than Chakram that way. It clears about the same. Like clears two. Basically, you clear 2 followers, right? You play this. What do you even play? What card with spell boost do you even play with this? I mean, like Mari, you can play Mari, right? But I feel like you want to play Mari before this because you want to use Mari to draw before you place the spell booster cards in your hand. The banish and heal is solid. Spell boost cards do we even have in row? Have a look. Bonds, word effects, spell boost. These are our spell boost cards we have in rotation right now. With Amaryllis, which is not even a spell boost card. With Air. With Air, what does Air even summon? We have no more things to summon with Air. Mastering Melody, I guess. This thing is a doesn't even spell boost. I mean, it's not even a spell boost card. It's just no. It's just no. I guess this is a spell boost card that you can play with it. Demon Manipulator. Wait, you can ruin Tetra with this. And give your Tetra opponents crippling depression. This is a spell boost card, I guess. Fate's Hand is a spell boost card. I think Fate's Hand. Wait, is Mari not? Wait, is Mari not in the game anymore? Oh my god, wait, that's so bad. We have like Fate's Hand. And I guess these are like the main cards you probably want to be playing there. The base effect of this card is pretty solid, but I'm not sure if its spell boost as a whole is just not working. I don't think. I guess you can play Rapid Fire, right? Yeah, I'm not sure spell boost as a whole is working, even though this card looks pretty solid. Alright, next we have Tetra. Quite good for D-Shift and Unlimited. I guess so. What does it even replace? It doesn't draw any cards. It doesn't draw a card, which is a bit weird. We have Tetra, the other card that people are really at for cost 3/4, Machina Follower. When fair, put Recovery into your hand. When you play a Machina card, evolve this follower. You play a Machina card with one of the following effects. Recover 2 play points, do 10% enemy for random enemy follower, put an Azure Blast in your hand. An Azure Blast is 2 play points, deal 2 damage random enemy 4 times. This is where Opulent went. This is what we get. They deleted Opulent from the game and this is our replacement. I try Rapid Fire would be great. And will they? They don't have that much synergy, to be honest. For them. Where does Miser fit in? The token is also 1 PP spell, but she only works on Machina cards, she doesn't work on spells. And neither Rapid Fire nor Ginger's token is a Machina card. You can copy her of Ginger and then you can play her twice on... Play her of 5 PP, you play this. Wait, actually. But Ginger existed. Ginger is like the main synergy for this card. Like, you play this with Ginger. I think that's the entire point of this deck, is to use Ginger to clone Tetra. Recovery is also 1 PP spell. That is true, Recovery is a 1 PP. I'll let the Rune experts cook with this one. I think I'm not how this. I mean, this card looks good though. Like this, definitely something. One play Ginger in rotation. Well, no one plays it now, but people definitely played Ginger in rotation. I tell you what. Look on turn 5/7, even late game. Yeah, she's just a good card. Play her with Amaryllis as well. If Amaryllis, her spell does 12 damage. You play 2 and then your opponent just explodes. Needs what, 6 PP to work, right? Needs 6 PP to play enough cards to get the Azure Blast. You play her on 6 PP. Recovery to evolve her. Play her. Oh no, you play her on 4 or 6 PP. I think you play a 1-cost Machina, she evolves. Play another 1-cost Machina, she recovers 2 play points. Play one more Then you play another 2 1-cost Machinas, and then she deals 2 damage, and then she puts the Azure Blast in your hand. So that's a bit slow, actually. No way to clone the Azure Blast, and you have no room to play Ginger token as well. Maybe on turn 4, then you evolve, after you evolve Ginger, you play her, and then you just clone her with Ginger without using any of, without using her full effect. That makes, I think that works actually. So after you activate Ginger, on your setup turn you play Tetra, and then you use Ginger to clone the Tetra. And then you hold on to the 1 PP Tetra, and then next turn you play Tetra, clone the Tetra, play another Tetra. And then with their effects combined, you recover 4 play points, which will let you play both Azure Blasts. Probably have room to play Amaryllis as well together with Crushing Rain rotated. Yeah, Crushing Rain rotates. It's just 24 damage, right? Then you can spin that Tetra, clone Tetra, that's 3 PP. And then you need to play 4 more Machina cards. One of them can be as last though. Ah. There's also Isabel. I think you're gonna want to go all in on trade, on cards with traits, just to make sure Ginger gets discounted as fast as possible. But I don't think you want to play Isabel. I think you just shove all the Machina cards you can into this deck. Then you just OTK with Tetra on turn 6 or 7. Probably turn 7. Looks pretty strong, I think. We'll have to do more testing to decide, but I think she looks strong. Next is Miser. Miser is now 1 cost 1/2. Falls into a 3/4. And Fair put Hastening Conviction. What, is that the new name for Rapid Fire? I'm still just gonna call it Rapid Fire. Put a Hastening Conviction into your hand if this card has been spell boosted at least. I was expecting a spell to do OTK, I think so. It works a lot like Hannah, I think. I think it works a lot like Mysteria. You just play you set up your Ginger, and then you use your Ginger to, and then after your Ginger effect is active, you play Hannah and then clone the Hannah, and then next turn you spam Hannah to win the game. I think it works the similar way to how Mysteria works. We got Rapid Fire now for the Hastening Conviction. Sorry, put a Rapid Fire into your hand if this card has been spell boosted at least 5 times, put 2 in your hand instead. Rapid. Well, subtract 1 from the cost of all Rapid Fires in your hand. This is Mysteria all over again, but worse tempo. But it's you have a much easier OTK, I think, with Machina. Well, we have to look at all the cards first before I decide, so there's that. Well, you spell boost him 5 times and you get 2 Rapid Fires, right? The evolve is not necessarily necessary, although it does help a lot. I guess you find him in spell boost as well. Even though it looks like spell boost is mainly going Isabel, but I guess you can run with him. Then Rapid Fire deals 2 damage to an enemy foe. If you play at least 3 other Rapid Fires this match, deal 2 damage to an enemy leader. If this card is spell boost at least 5 times, put Hastening Conviction to hand. I don't know how fast you can do spell boost 5 though. Like, Impalement Arts was a thing, right? That's basically what Rapid Fire is now. It's Impalement Art. How fast can you get? Like 3 other Rapid Fires? This is kind of hard, isn't it? Rune good next expansion. I don't know. It looks pretty. I don't know. I have to look at all the cards first. It seems pretty hard to get 3 other Rapid Fires played. I feel like you have to go for pretty long to get there. Unless you have 2 misers, you need 2 misers to get that many rapid fires, I think. It's like an okay spell boost card, adds a bit of damage. Perhaps you answer a board, which is not that bad. Next is Eleanor. Eleanor is a 3-cost 2/2 fanfare. Put a splendid mysticism into your hand. Draw a card. Spell boost the cards in your hand. You have more evil points than your opponent recover to play points. This Angel's Blessing. Splendid mysticism. Do 3 damage to an enemy follower. Restore 3 damage to your leader. This card is actually very good. This is very good actually. This token is actually really good. I think she's good. I think if you're playing spell boost, you're definitely playing her. She's just good enough, I think. She's good enough. Arts of Trust. When you play a mechanic card, subtract 1 from the cost of this card. Put 2 coverage into your hand. Oh my god, this is your 0-cost mechanic. Wait, there's a 0-cost mechanic card. That makes it a lot better. But that makes Tetra a lot better. This makes Tetra a lot better. It's such that they don't add the legendary version. All the Izunia characters are gold, unfortunately. Having a 0-cost Machina card makes Tetra much better. 2 recovers in your hand when you give it to the opponent, and when you play a Machina, do how much right? Yeah, with this card you can answer board as well while setting up your OTK with Tetra. And also makes it better because you can use this to clear board. And then when you play your Tetra, all the hits go face and then your opponent just explodes into a billion pieces. And it's a leader if... Wait. Amaryllis doesn't work for leader effects, right? That's kind of sad. Not wrong. Oh, Amaryllis does work for leader effects. So if Amaryllis in play as well, this does 2 damage to random. You can clear people's board so fast. You can clear the board so damn fast with this thing, and then you just have all the Tetra's cannons go face. Yeah, this is definitely a good card for the deck. Guaranteed 3 off. Definitely good for the deck. Alright, here's you speak, there's a static sound, is there? It might be construction, there's construction going on outside, it might be that. Is it still here? Is it staticky? There's some super noisy construction going on right now, so... When I'm not saying anything, the noise cancellation will cut it out, but... Once I talk, I guess, it stops noise cancelling them, so become more audible. I think. We'll be fine now, hopefully. Oh well, I'll just keep going anyway. Tech Wizard, Silver Machina, 3-cost 3/3. Fanfare, put an assembly draw into your hand and give it the following effects. Fanfare evolve. Wait, this is Fanfare evolve this follower at the end of your time. If this follower is in play, destroy it. Okay, this is just robotic arm rescuer. Wait, the enhanced 5 is kind of disgusting though. Wait, the enhanced 5 is kind of heat. Wait, the enhanced 5 is kind of disgusting. Hold on. Wait. But you can blow your opponent up so fast. Holy shit. But this card's good. This is good. This is a good card. Alright, we have Natura for some reason. Ah, it's a dirt card. Okay, that explains it. Gold or fright do responses to your lead to draw a card. You can hide your golems behind this, which is kind of disgusting. And it draws a card too, so it just cycles. But it has Earthright though, that's pretty bad actually. The fact that it has Earthright is actually pretty bad. Like, we're losing the Quicksilver Witch, right? So we need a replacement for Dirt Generator and Cycle, which this does technically fulfill. But the fact that she has Earthright means that if you play the Familiar, she will get in the way, which is pretty bad. Ugh. Although the Earthright is so bad. So bad. Wait, she's like almost good. It's like almost good, but the Earthright ruins the whole thing. Genuinely, she would be better if this line of text just didn't exist. They could remove that effect from her and she would just be a better card. That's my opinion on this card. Yeah, I'm not so on this. I don't think Golem Boost can play this. Two different Connected Hearts. Wait, I haven't seen this. Why have I not seen this card yet? Oh well. Random rune support. I mean, they gotta support Dirt Rune. They are losing a bit of cards. You don't even evolve anything except Golem Lord anyways. I think the main problem is just that the fact that it has the Earthright on it because of the Familiar's Pact, which only withdraws Earthright followers. The entire point of Golem Boost is that the Golem Lord is your only Earthright follower, so that Familiar's Pact will guarantee draw your Golem Lord every time. The fact that the thing has Earthright is just makes it a lot worse. Right, 3 cards, Connected Hearts, Machina and Natura, Fusion, Machina cards, put 2 different... Wait, it just draws you your Machina followers? This card is fused with at least 1 card, summon 2 Assembly Droid. I guess you can get the droids. What do you even need the droids for? You have more opponents, the opponent evolve a random unavoid. Only draw and recover 1 play point. This is just Angel's Blessing. Every card is just Angel's Blessing. Now you just place the draw 2 on turn 3 and that's what the card does. The fusion helps you with hand management, I guess. I'm not sure what the droids are meant to be doing here. As far as I can tell, we don't really have anything that interacts with having Machina followers on board, so... Not sure what the droids are entirely meant to do, but... I mean, it draws you... It's a Machina search, so like you're gonna run this card just for that. Next is Rocket Broom Witch, Rush, Fanfare. Can't wait to draw your entire deck turn 1. Easy game. This one is good. I already know I've seen this card, but yeah. 1 cost 1/1 Rush, Fanfare with at least 3 other Machina cards in your hand. It's in your hand, so it doesn't have to be like in play or on board, so that's good. It's basically like active like probably like 70% of the time. This is another reason why you don't want to... This is a reason why you want to play pure Machina instead of mixing in other traits like Hysteria or like Nature or whatever the hell. It's probably because of this card. You want to have the higher density of Machina cards in your hand, the more easy it is to play this card as well as it is to play Techno Lord, which are both cards you do want to play in this deck if you can help it. And last words, put Recovery into your hand. Wait, actually... Wait, with this thing in your deck, you can actually go for a Techno Lord plan if you're desperate enough. You can just use this to discount Techno Lord. You can just use this to discount Techno Lord, and then you play Techno Lord, and then you clone Techno Lord with Ginger, so you have a 1-cost Techno Lord. And then you can play Techno Lord for 1 PP. Who's the Ginger? Just Tetra and Miser? Just Tetra. Tetra's good enough. Tetra is enough to be a finisher. And you look at Mysteria, right? They had 1 finisher and that was Hannah, and that was enough to OTK people from 30. This deck is not as ridiculous as that, but I think Tetra is enough as a finisher by herself. Tetra and Ginger is all you need. And Amaryllis, of course. You also need Amaryllis. Swords. For recovering your hand. This card's good. Card's good. Good card. Good card. Good card. How do you board clear? Tetra's effect clears board. How do you board clear? It's Tetra. Use 2 damage to random enemy follower. This, not this. This guy, this spell. Did this spell? No, it's not this spell, it's the gold spell, sorry. This spell gives you an effect to deal 1 damage to random enemy follower anytime you play a Machina card. You can use this guy's assembly droid as well. And then you can use Technolord's Accelerate, which also deals damage to enemy follower. And then all these are all spells and leader effects. Well, most of them are spells and leader effects, which combos well with Amaryllis as well. And then you also have this, which also has Rush, which helps you answer board. Gains more attack as well. Here's you board. Case cracked. Ah, definitely not case cracked. It doesn't even clear board, it just removes effects. Medea doesn't work in this deck. You definitely just want to shove in a bunch of traded followers like Machina. I think you just shove in all the Machina you can to this deck and call it a day. And Amaryllis, Ginger, that's probably good enough. Just put Recovery into your hand. Alright, it's good. Helps you clear board with Tetra. It's just an inoffensive way to get a recovery in your hand as well, which is good. And they put Volcano in this deck. Volcano. Tech Mystic, Runecraft, Bronze Machina. For it. And fair, at least the Machina cards are in play. Wait, this has damage shield as well. Wait, this is so good. Wait, this is good. This is good. Good card. We did it. Did it right that we have a good card. It works with Machina cards, not followers, so it works with Iolon's Remains as well. Sorry, what's the real name of the card? Ruins of Iolon. It works with this as well, which is definitely good. The good card, I think, is good. Valiant Officer, Fanfare Drawers. Wait, this is actually good as well. This card is good. It's a good card. I guess Spell Boost is a Miser deck now. I'm not so on Spell Boost. I think Machina is definitely much better than Spell Boost is. But this is a good card for Spell Boost. It draws like it's a 2PP Spell Boost card that also draws a card. That's actually kind of insane. Like when you play spell, what the hell do you do on turn 2? Like, what do you even do on turn 2 as Spell Boost nowadays? You have nothing to play. Like, what do? You play Bountiful, you play Provisions Aplenty? Like, you guys don't have things to do on turn 2. We even lost Magical Strategy, so we can't use that thing anymore. This works for Spell Boost. Spell Boost doesn't have a win con. It does have a win con, it's just not a very good one. You can use Rapid Fire and you can use Elements of Creation, and those are probably a win cons for Spell Boost. We have Air, but Air has nothing to... You can actually use Golem... No, you can't use Golem Lord. I guess you're just using Elements of Creation and that's your win plan. Elements of Creation plus Rapid Fire. With Amaryllis, I guess. Amaryllis with Elements of Creation and 3 Rapid Fires is technically is an ODK, so there's that, which is like something, I guess. Now we have Pure-Hearted Robot. Wait, this thing is both Machina and Natura. 2/5 put recovery once on each of your turns. When this force defense is restored, draw a card. Ah. Rune doesn't have a win con. Tetra has a win con. Tetra is already a win con. Tetra is definitely good enough to win a game. I'm quite convinced that Tetra is good enough to win a game. The whole Spell Boost, Rapid Fire, Elements of Creation thing I'm not that sold on, but I'm quite convinced that Tetra is good enough. This one, I mean, it draws a card, which is probably good enough. Is that a mouth good? That's so gross. Ew. What the hell is this card's art? But no one plays Mysteria. Because Mysteria got hard nerfed. I think this one, I mean, it's a Mechana card. You probably run it just for that, right? Maybe you don't want to run this. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. It does give you a recovery, which is bad. Hard to say. Doesn't look too bad. I'm a bit worried that if you run too many Mechana followers, your search with card becomes worse though. Or maybe you don't want to run too many Mechana followers because of that. Oh, these are definitely. Overall for Rune, I think Tetra's the only thing that looks like good enough. Double seems okay, but I don't know if it's enough there. Yeah, I think mostly my stock is in Machina for Rune. But I feel like it has potential. Makes this dragon. Wait, I'm only in half. Oh, I'm so far. I'm not even halfway done. Oh no, this is terrible. Alright, Crystal Shard Dragon, new board can be destroyed by effects. When an allied card is destroyed, if it's the first card this turn, a random enemy. I can destroy due to the mercenary enemy and restore 2. Third, gain 3 plus 3 and recover 2 1. Your new favorite art from this card. There's not a lot of new art in this card, so it's you have very limited cards to pick from, to be fair. How many new cards do we even have? How many new arts do we have? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. We have 7 cards to pick from our favorite new card. There's new art. So this card is a 6/6 for the 0 points. Pastel colored than other cards. Yeah, it's very pastel, that's true. This card, what I really like about this card, well, not one thing I really like about this card is that it can't be abused by Buff Dragon. Any card that can't abuse, any card that, oh, I guess you can abuse it with Buff Dragon, but it's very hard to abuse it with Buff Dragon. Any card that is very hard to abuse with Buff Dragon, I am happy with. It's obviously Natura support, right? Like, even though it doesn't have a Natura attack, it's just Natura support. You're meant to play with Natura. Use her to clear, heal deal damage, and she becomes a 6/6. For effectively 0 play points. For most decks, you have to worry about whether you have enough play points to get that many trees destroyed, but since it's dragon, you really don't have that issue because you can just ramp. She's good, right? I think she's good. Yeah, she looks good to me. I don't see any reason why she would be bad. Looks good. Is dragon auto good? That's definitely not true. But yeah, this looks good to me. Alright. Probably worth running in Natura. Alright, here he is. The man. Oral Spirit and her. Good combo, please. Oral Spirit is a lot worse without dedicated Evo decks. Oral Spirit is a lot worse when she doesn't have buff. That's the problem with Oral Spirit. She's a lot worse when you can't just when she's not at like 10 defense. Ordained Bound Shadow. Alright, here he is. Fanfare, put Shadow's Rejection. And if at least 10 Return World trees have been destroyed this match, gain Storm. Evolve, give -2/-2 to all enemy followers. Subtract 2 and then cause a random Shadow's Rejection. And this is Shadow's Rejection. Either following effect at the end of your turn, reduce the enemy's leader defense by 1. If at least 5 allied trees have been destroyed, use it by 3 instead. And if you play other Shadow Rejection, give it -3/- to all enemy floors and reduce. So this card is... This card makes reducing max HP a genuine win con, which is kind of insane. It not only reduces your opponent's max defense, but it also board clears, which is very strong, I think. And there's like only one class with a way to stop max HP reduction as a win con. And that's Haven with its fucking stupid Marlon, which just resets max HP. It's not hard counter by 1 gold card, yeah. But other than 1 gold card, it's actually like a... It's not the most unthinkable win con, honestly. I think it really depends on how fast you can destroy trees in Dragon, which I don't think it'll be that... Doesn't seem that slow to me. So... My boy is decreasing enemy leader's defense, but maximum Valdain reduces 9 HP. Doesn't hit the effect stack. The leader effect doesn't stack. At maximum reduces 9 HP. He reduces your maximum defense by 1 every turn, at the end of every turn. And then if you have at least 5 trees destroyed, it reduces by 3 every turn. And then your future copies of this spell will reduce it by another 3. Now this is where the real cooking starts already. Are you ready for this combo? This is not my combo. I saw someone else say this combo. It's not my combo. But it's necessary for me to reveal this combo. Find the card. If you look here, Dragon has this card called Gone Fishing, alright? Let's read the card together. Fusion spells or amulets. When you can evolve you can ignore the transmute. Transmute is not important for this. The important part is the main effect. Reveal 2 copies of different allied Dragoncraft cards, not followers, cards. Fused or discarded from your hand this match and put them in your hand. So so if you... What you do is you take the Shadow's Rejection, alright? And then you take like Goddess of Compassion. And then you fuse Shadow's Rejection and Bean Fishing into Goddess of Compassion. And then whenever you play Bean Fishing, it gives you... Whenever you play Bean Fishing, it just gives you a copy of Bean Fishing and Shadow's Rejection. So it literally just generates infinite copies of this card. Fun deck is okay like Dark Atlas. The Dark Atlas is not just an okay deck, it's an actually strong deck, alright. Dark Atlas is strong, it's just that Lily makes me want to blow my brains out. But yes, you can regenerate infinite copies of Shadow's Rejection. That's the meme, I guess. It's not my combo, but boy did I laugh my ass off when I saw someone say it. Yeah, that's what I think. The fact that there's no way to block this combo besides killing them is very scary. You're giving Dragon another inevitably win con. Remember how awful it is when we gave them Bahamut and they would just ramp up and then just stall until Bahamut blew your deck up and you died? And now here we are. With another nearly unstoppable win con for Dragon. Your only way to stop them is to kill them before you die. They literally just put you on a timer and then they just have to live until you die and then you just explode. The good thing is they don't have Drazael anymore. That's the one saving grace here, is that they don't have Drazael anymore. But other than that, you just have to wait to die. You just kill them before you die, that's the only way. It's very scary. Yeah, this card looks scary to me. I think it's probably a bit slow, which means that you can still kill them, but it's definitely a bit scary. Alright, next is Rolla Hellfire Dragoon. He's weak to Goddess of Compassion. Goddess of Compassion is too slow to catch up. I think Marlon is the only thing that's fast enough to stop him, like in a meaningful way. Rolla is 7 cost 4/6. She's macking up for some reason. Storm, Fanfare, Game, and anti-play point. Or she rams for some reason, even though she's a 7 cost follower that rams, which is maybe a bit weird. You 4 damage to all enemy followers. If you have at least 3 other Dragoncraft followers that originally cost 7 play point, your hand deals 6 and gain patron and ward. So this is our replacement for Drazael, I guess. Now that Drazael is gone. She only works as a Drazael if you're not playing her in buff. So this is another card that buff cannot abuse, which is very, very good. We're always happy to see cards that buff can't abuse. Or at least I'm happy to see cards that buff Dragon can't abuse. Use this to get Bane Drain and War, which just heals you a lot. I guess you ramp like what? Okay, so I think the idea is that because Goddess of Compassion specifically wants you to be at 10 PP, even though she's a high cost follower, the ramp is actually not negligible. Like if you're on like 8 or 9 PP, you can just play this to reach 10. Get you out of the way. Cause like when you're playing Big Dragon and then you're in late game at like 8 or 9 PP, it feels really bad to be spending some play points playing like a Dragon Oracle or something. You kind of want to be using out your play points, right? And Rolla helps you do that. Lena's gonna be so annoying to kill, that's true. Big Haven is slow meta. The thing about Big Haven is even though it is very slow, it's also... We'll look at the Haven cards later now, then we'll see how it goes. The fact that she rams makes her a bit better. It also helps you clear board, and drain, and storm, and ward, and bane. But Big Dragon's so bad. But Big Dragon's bad though, that's the problem. I think she's okay, but Big Dragon is just bad, so she probably won't work. Kinda miss Magachio. Now we don't need more inevitably in this game. Next is Gina, the Bright-Hearted. Dragoncraft Gold Natura. Fanfare, if any allied world trees are in play, gain it. And so this is Ram, so she's automatically good. If at least 5 world trees have been destroyed, she evolves as well. And last word, summon a world tree. So she's just good, right? Good. This is a good Ram card. Makes it a bit manageable as he deletes the boards. Unfortunately, deleting the board doesn't win you the game. This is just good, right? You ramp and you cycle. What's not to like? This is just a good card. This is a very good ram card, actually. One of the better archetype based rams we've seen. Yeah, she's just good. Overcoming power. That's win you the game because of the burn form from Lena. Die. Grab your own board. So like you open out your opponent just slam you in the face for like 11 damage. It's scary. Marlon is definitely a good control card, but I'm not sure if the deck will be that good. We'll have to see. We do have a lot of high power cards. Generally high power cards don't. I don't think. The more high powered the format is, I think the harder it is for control decks to survive. We will have to see how Lena does because of how strong the classes in this format are. It's almost overcoming power. Summon a Netheran great. Summon a Netheran world tree. Not great tree. A random enemy follower at the end of the turn with at least 10 trees. Cards make your little from back until reduce damage taken by 1. Reduce damage taken by 1 is actually pretty solid. It's a good effect, right? This card is good. card is good. This card is good. Damage shield. Only ram, dude. They can't release more than one ram card at a time. That'll be too broken. But it looks solid, right? You destroy a random enemy follower, which helps you answer board. Reduce damage taken by 1 helps against a lot of decks. It's sort of like Lily, isn't it? It's like a shittier version of Lily. Like a shittier version of Lily, but it stops Tetra as well. It weakens mono as well. Stops rally as well. Reduce damage taken by 1, I think it's just a good effect. Like, honestly, it's just a good effect. Obviously, Lily's still more broken because reduced by 2, but reducing by 1 is a good effect. And it's like basically unconditional follow destruction as well. And it summons a tree, which I guess is okay. But this card looks okay to me. It looks good. Solid, decent. Decent? I'm gonna go with decent for this card. I think I'm gonna say decent. Yeah, what the hell is this? It says cost 3/6. Natura, Dragon, Silver. Many card gatekeep Lena, especially Rune. Certainly Lena doesn't I think Lena is weaker than its, but I could be wrong. 6 cost, 3/6, rush, ward, fanfare, summon another dinosaur at the end of turn, summon a tree and restore 2 defense to your leader. This is... Wait, actually? Really not, right? Can I just out-heals everything? Does it only heals for 1 per turn? You don't have Aralde's passive healing anymore, so your healing is from... what? Divine Minister? You... What is this? Why does it feel like this card is almost good? Like, it's bad, right? Like, it's bad? It's a bad card, right? But like, it feels like it's almost good. So I don't like it. No, this card is bad. I'm not believing it. This card is bad. Natura, Defender, Dragon, Silver, Natura, Fanfare, put a Natura follower and forward the card tree in your hand. 5 hit to destroy this match. Gain Storm. Why does he gain Storm? That probably has the best recovery tool moment. That's just Haven in general though. Actually, Machina almost quit the game because of Natura Dragon. Was it that bad? Why does this guy even get Storm? Never an allied tree is destroyed, do 2 damage to random enemy follower. Probably just run this for the tree jet. You think Machina can heal a lot? I don't know about a lot, but it does heal a decent amount, right? Because you put a lot of recovery spells on your hand and heal you by 1. Use your followers as well, so your opponent has to answer your board. The storm is a bit goofy. I'm not sure what the hell the storm is for, but I mean, it gives you a tree. But then if you're going for the trees, but then you just play the freaking neutral card instead. I'm not entirely convinced. I'm not entirely convinced on this one. It feels like a filler card if you need more tree generators, but I don't think you do. I think if you just need trees, then you just slot in this card, but you probably don't need that many trees. I don't think this is worth running. Oddly Alliance, Dragon, Silver, Natura, Fusion, Dragon cards. When the card is fused, then this match put a tree in your hand. Restore 3 defense to your leader and summon a tree. Ew! Card card is good. This card is good. I think it's good. This looks good to me. If only they printed more maneuver. Maneuver feels like such a clunky. Yeah, I'm not sold on this card. I mean, wait, sorry, take that back. This card looks good to me. I think this card is decent. It's not like broken or anything, but I think it looks decent. Heals you, summons a tree. Is it enough? Maybe it's not enough card power to be worth running. Plus you draw 1 and heal 3. That's not that bad, right? You advance your tree condition. I think it's just okay. An okay card. Okay to mid round. Thunderous, oh my god, Thunderous Velociraptor. 2 cost 3/1 Dragon Bronze Nature Rush. Last words. Wait, enhance 6 to deal 9 damage? Oh no, it's just 6 damage. Nah, I'm not into this one. I don't believe in it. I think it's too weak. Okay, what the hell is this? The Dilophosaurus of the Dilophosaurus of Decay, Bane Ward. No, this card's a joke. Skip. Anagarmer, Sentinel. And 5 at least 5 allied world tree have been destroyed. This match restarted with their last word somewhere. Of all these like crappy bronze Natura followers, this looks like the best one. It heals you. Why you hate dinosaurs? I like dinosaurs, but this card is not it. This card is... I think it's not... It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do enough, I think. Plus, I think the enhance will really get in the way. I really think the enhance will be very annoying to deal with. I'm gonna tree if overflows active for a tree. You see Age of Dinosaurs, wasn't it a really bad card? Wasn't that like that really bad card that people were like, what the hell is this in the game? I remember when you quit, you think it was around Asball and you never came back. Wait, why are you here then? I see a pattern with the dinosaurs, they're all bad, you mean? That's very inoffensive. You follow Shadowverse content, alright? Maybe you can play when we get the new game, alright? Maybe you can play when you get the new game, they'll reset everything. Looks good. Looks okay. I'm just gonna go with okay. I wouldn't say good. I'm a bit iffy on Dragon's ability to win games. Looks like it's just Valdane basically is the game plan. You might just be playing buff for another 3 months if you're trying to play Dragon and like win consistently. I think you might just be playing buff for another 3 months, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not super sold on these. On like the game plan here. A lot of these cards feel like random filler. Stuff is slow now, right? It's not slow, but it definitely has a lot less healing than it did before. It only loses Drazael and absolutely nothing else, so I'm not sure how badly that will cripple buff. But considering that Loot died from losing Opulent, it's possible that Dragon might just drop from the top of the meta because of the loss of Drazael. Have to see. But yeah, I'm a bit iffy on buff. I mean on dragon. Have to see how this one goes. Atom. 7 cost 7/4 evolves into one. With Ward, Fanfare deal 7 damage to the enemy leader. Wait, her 7 damage is non-conditional. You can just randomly deal 7 damage out of nowhere for fun. Wait, this is ghastly banishment damage levels of damage. I just feel the game feels boring and interactive at some point as their effect usually from old ones. To be fair, there's only so many effects you can make. And Shadowverse doesn't seem to be super adventurous in terms of what effects they do print. This has at least 20 shadows upon necromancy. 4 play points to evolve this follower. Can't take more than 2 damage at a time in this 10 shadows. I mean, this is just good, right? Like, this is just... It's good, but you'd probably run this as a 2-off or a 1-off. 2-off probably. I think 2-off is fine for this card. 3 might be a bit too much because of how much it requires. But 2 is probably good enough. 3 PP to deal 7 damage pace is definitely not bad. And she becomes a follower you can use the trait as well. Definitely a solid card, I think. Regret not abusing Mysteria while it was good. I don't regret it. Alright, next we have Ania, Amethyst Creature. Fanfare summon Roly Poly. You've played at least 10 other Mechana cards this match. Give all your other Mechana following effect and put a Joy Secure in your... Limited your Burial right with Charon and Dust Reborn with Storm Tyrant. Like this? This thing? I don't think you're playing this in Unlimited. I don't think you play this in Unlimited. Put a droid secure in your hand. Last word, summon an assembly droid. And then Roly Poly is a 1 cost 0/2. Can take more than 2 damage at a time. Last word, draw a card. Here's like... We have droid secured. Give +1/+3 and ward to all Mechana. That's Ania. Restore 3 defense to leader. Next damage. Damage shield is cute, but what the hell is this card doing? Like, what are you supposed to do with this? What do you accomplish by summoning a bunch of assembly droids? What is the point? What is the goal? Like, cool, you've summoned like 5 billion assembly droids, now what? It's my opinion of Ania. Bell Necro Shepherd. Now this card, this is I think if there was a card to nerf, it would be this card, but that's just my opinion. This card is super strong. Bell Necro Shepherd, Very Nature. Fanfare summon Vivifauna Necromancer. And summon 3 instead. Evolve summon a Vivifauna Necromancer. And give Storm to this. Or ally. 1 cost 2/1 with Rush. Last words random. Next, either heals you for 2 or put a random copy of a 2. Put a copy of a random 2/1 for the destroy this match hand. So this card looks completely insane to me. For the low price of 4 PP, this card storms for 13 damage. 4 PP, 13 damage. 4 PP, 13 damage. That's a lot of damage. Also 4 last words as well, which, like, if you want that for something, I guess. He even plays in last words, to be honest. So, like, she's a necromancy support card. Like, that part's pretty, like, straightforward, I think. But my idea with this card is that this is the only necromancy follower you actually run. This is like your only necromancy follower, right? Then you play Mint, and Mint will guaranteed draw this card. Then you evolve Mint. And then after that, you only need 10 shadows for the full effect. So you can play Mint, evolve Mint, next turn play Lubel, evolve Lubel, Storm for 13 damage. Spend 20 shadows on Necromancy, the turn after that you just play Atom and win. And if playing Atom and win doesn't even work, you can play Atom and play another Lubel after the Atom, because Atom gives you 10 shadows, which means you can use Lubel again. That's not fair. Wait, there's no way this card is fair. This is so stupid. This is stupid, right? I'm not crazy, this is just stupid. Like, you just play Mint. And then, like, what's even the point of the Machina package? Why don't you... What's the point of the entire Machina part of Shadow this expansion? Just play this. What the hell? I mean, I could be wrong and it could actually be shit, but I'm quite convinced that this card will be super strong. Alright, next is Nicola Unauthorized Hope. Apparently. Cost 1/1 Machina. Fanfare, you have at least 3 other Machina cards in your hand. Last words. Put a Nicola Unauthorized Hope into your hand. Can't be targeted by enemy effects. Cornelius. I think it's a bit better than Cornelius. Evolve, put a Forbidden Power into your hand. Can't be targeted with the effects. Forbidden Power is so nerfed. Dude. Look at what they've done to Forbidden Power. How could they do this? How could they think that it was okay to do this to my boy? How is this legal? You X damage the enemy for X equals number of allied Machina cards in play. If this card is fused with at least 1 card, you X damage the enemy. So I guess this is how you're supposed to win games. With Machina, you just like summon a bunch of freaking assembly droids and you play this card. And that's supposed to somehow win you games. But like, this exists, like, what's the point? What happened to his Necromancy deal 10 damage to face? Have that instead. Give him back that. He deserved that much at least. Next, friends anywhere, put 2 assembly droids in your hand. If you play at least 10 Machina cards this match, restore 3 defense to your leader and card 1 evil point. I still don't get what you're supposed to do with the Machina. Like, there's no way in hell this is enough. How is this enough? Dumbo Droid. Silver Machina, whenever you play a Machina card, subtract 1 from the cost of this card. Halo is Machina spell boost. Oh my god, it synergizes with Nicola's spell, isn't that great? Holy moly. Wait, he's back. He's back. The old man is back. Fanfare animate 4 deal for damage to all enemy followers, start 7 4 defense, lead the draw for 2 cards. What the hell is this card? This card is trolling. This card is trolling. This is worth. It's not even Helio support. It costs 6. You can't even play this in Helio because it costs 6. If this costed 5, then sure, but if it costs 6, you'll just reanimate this, and then like, what the hell do you do? actual garbage. 4 cost Machina spell, put 2 different Machina followers that cost 2 play points or less from your deck into your hand, change that cost to 0. No accelerate, yeah, not even having. Wait. With more evil points, the opponent recover 2 play points. So this is... The amount of PP cheat this is when you're going second is insane, but I'm not... Like... What Machina follows are you gonna draw? Nicola and freaking Ania? And then what? In the end, you still can't win the game. All you're doing is summoning a bunch of little tiny followers. Steel Skull for cost 3/3. Shadowcraft, Bronze Machina, Rash Ward. And Fair Enhance 6, summon a Steel Skull last with. And change causes. What the? Oh, is this what you reanimate? This is what you reanimate. You reanimate this. We figured it out. You reanimate this with the Necromancer and also with the Misguided Maiden. You reanimate this. And then you get a bunch of recoveries. Oh, is this how you win games? You at least 3 other Machina cards in your hand. Any follower Fanfare if you play at least 10 other Machina cards this match gain +2. Is this how I meant to win the game? You use this, I guess? Yeah, Ania does buff it with like a +1. And then like you use this and then you use Nicola's spell a couple of times. do 10 damage and then finish him off with this thing. And like I guess you can chip them with Steel Skull. It looks like you can definitely play a lot of Machina cards as a Shadow here. Oh! Illusion Dreamer is back. Currency 4, put a steed into your hand, change cost to 0. You want every enemy leader. Last one is pretty solid. Accession of Balance, deal 3 damage to the enemy follower, put an assembly dragon and cost 0. Okay, so we've looked through all the freaking Shadow cards now, and so far it just looks like what the hell is you're supposed to do with Machina. Rather play Hero's deck than Machina. Yeah, Machina just looks so directionless. Looks like you're just trying to win the game with Nicola for some reason. Even though he's not good. And then like, you don't even have any late game cards. Literally all Machina does, you're just summoning a bunch of tiny followers. It has no finishers, it has no late game potential. There's nothing. All have Lubel, so that's good enough, I guess. Yeah, I'm not so on Machina, but Lubel is insane to me. That's my opinion on Shadow. I think Shadow has top tier potential just because of Lubel. Next is Blood with Chaotic Chimera. Fusion cards. When the cards are fused to this card, subtract 3 from its cost. Board. Fanfare deals 6 damage to all enemies. Restore 6 defense to your leader. Draw 3 cards. This is Wrath support. You need to fuse 3 cards to this card for it to cost 0. Probably around 3 cost, and this card is good. 6 cost and it's like okay. Chimera and the Allos Hibernate in turn 6. Hibernate in turn 6 deal 12 damage. Can you get this on turn 6? You're in Wrath on turn 4. You fuse. I guess you can, but your hand is so empty. The Wrath is much slower now than it was before, right? Because we're losing so many key Wrath support cards. With Urias as well, the AoE will deal probably a bit more damage because you destroy followers and those deal damage to the opponent's face as well. Not bad. When you play Haven and Rotation and Blind Unlimited, maybe it's time to play some other classes. But you can play this in Unlimited as well. I don't think you want to though. Your off is on turn 3. Nah, I don't think Unlimited needs this. Unlimited has enough, I think. In rotation, can you play this card? It's not unplayable. It's your only finisher in Wrath. Now that you have Diablos and you have this as your finishers in Wrath. Because you've lost the boy. What's his name? Garrodeath. You've lost Garrodeath, so your main finishers are only Hadley and this thing, and that's it. I don't think that'll be enough. And like, you need to draw this early as well, but it doesn't contribute to your Wrath as well. You draw this early so you can fuse into it. If not, like, if you draw this on turn 7, what the hell does this card do? The Howling Scream, Drum Demon, and Flute Demon, yeah. And without Steamrolling Tank as well. I'm not sold on this. I think Wrath loses too much. You need some banger Wrath support in this set for it, Wrath to end up being playable. Mono Garnet Challenger. 2 cost 2 Penfair allied followers have evolved at least 5 times this match. Put a Garnet release in your hand. Can be evolved using evil points. Storm Strife allied followers evolved 10 times this match. Gives Storm to all other evolved allied followers. And then her spell just evolves. That followers. That's good. This is a good card. Mono is here, yeah, Mono. Good. This is a banger finisher. So, unlike Shin, she doesn't have she doesn't have the big problem that Shin has, I think. For Shin, you reach 10 evos, and then like you sit there and he does his thing. For this one, I think it's a lot easier because she can just AoE evolve a bunch of followers at once and then instantly hit 10 of that. I think realistically, at the start of your turn, if you're at 6 or 7 evos, your mono is fully active at that point. And you can just win off that, probably. And even if you're only at 5 evos, she still storms for 6 by herself, which is not... well, it's not that good, but it's worth noting, I guess. Good at Evolve U10. I feel like maybe you just build a dedicated deck to her. So we have that one card. What's that one card called? We have that one card as well, right? Let me look for it. We have this. And then you have enough evos this thing invokes, which means that you can just evolve this manually and that's another 7 damage for you. Or if you activate its last words, it gives you a 1 cost 10/10 Rule of Retribution. So for 1 PP you can add 12 damage Storm to your turn with mono. I think Ruler of Retribution probably ends up being your main source of damage for this deck. But yeah, I think Mono's gonna be good. Looks good to me. Either way, I'm gonna play her. I was getting a leader and she wrote out sad, yeah. Having Signa along with this is too strong, I guess. Maybe that's what side games think. Kind of slow. I'd estimate. I wonder if turn 7 is possible. I will see what the cards are, but turn 7 might be possible depending on what they release. Honestly, if I'm being, turn 7 might be possible. Like even if you don't have Ruler of Retribution, she still does like a decent amount of damage. Right? The fact that Signa is gone is a big deal though. 1 PP free Evo is pretty strong. But to see what the other cards give. But I will play this either way because I do like mono. Mono was the second deck I've ever played in this game. The Renaissance Chronicles, was it? No. The most recent mono version is the one that I played. The Vengeance one. That was the second deck I've ever played. It was a very fun deck, so I'm definitely gonna look forward to playing mono again. Grasping Spider, this is U10 support. Crystallize 2, countdown 3. Banish 2 and card from the deck, then if you have 10 or less cards in your deck, subtract 2 from this emperor's countdown. Last word summon the Spider, Bane. This forward leaves play. Comes into play, give all enemy followers the following back, can't attack. Then give the leader -X -X, X cards in your deck -10. So this card is mostly bad, I think. I think this card is mostly bad. What it does do that I think is interesting is that it lets you board lock your opponent when you hit quite easily when you reach U10. You can board lock your opponent with this when you reach U10, which gives you more time to search for your key cards without letting your opponent do anything. But overall, like, no, I don't think this is good. I don't see a reason why you would want to play this card. This just looks bad. Yeah, this looks bad to me. Alright, Hypodermic Demo. No, this card is good. That's super good. When 5 ally followers evolve, at least 3 times match gain drain. Can evolve for 0 evil points. Evolve. At the end of your opponent's turn, summon an assembly droid. Lasts for the rest of the match. This card is really good. Like, this card is just good. Evolve for 0, and it gives you a assembly droid at the end of the turn. So it's at the end of your opponent's turn as well, which means that they all effectively have Storm. Is what it means. Every assembly droid that you get out of this thing effectively just comes with Storm, which is very strong. Because you can just ping face, you can evolve it, and then you can use things like Blooming Dancer alongside that assembly droid. Is also good. And then you can use it with mono. So the thing about using this with mono is that even without the full like storm effect that mono has on 10 evils, you can just play mono, and then mono will evolve that assembly droid as well, which will just naturally be able to hit face as well. Which means that you can just storm for 9 damage off of that. Which is good. Yeah, this card is good. Very good. Very good card. Very nice. 10 out of 10. Well, maybe not. Maybe 8 out of 10, but it's a very good card. However, does which mix with Onion Patch, yeah. Garnet Rondo. This card I'm not very sold on. I guess it's a Wrath. It's a decent card. It's a solid card for Wrath actually. AoE 4 damage, draws 2 cards. Wrath is active for you. Do 4 damage to your enemy stuff. This is this is Howling Demon. It's just Howling Demon that draws cards. Wait, that's actually good though. Wait, Howling Demon that draws cards is good. It's also a finisher for aggro blood. But it heals you, which is a bit weird for a Vengeance. Also, aggro blood maybe this doesn't exist anymore. No 3 damage or 1 EP. It deals 4 damage. And it AoEs for 4, and it heals you for 4, and it only costs 3 PP, and you draw 2 cards. If you're playing Wrath, you 1000% put this card in. This card is good. This card is good, but I don't know if there's a deck for it yet. Well, I say yet, but like there's not really a future, is there? But I think this card is good. It's so much for just 3 PP. It's it's a 3 PP Howling Demon that draws 2. But then Wrath, but as a whole, Wrath itself is not. I think this is good, but Wrath is not. I think this card is good, but it doesn't have the deck to support it. But this card, as a standalone card, this card is very good. But remains to be seen if Wrath is fast enough to support this. Nightmaker, Blood, Silver, Machina, Fanfare, put Assembly Draw in your hand, and Hunt 7 gain Storm, evolve this fall whenever and like comes to what the hell? Hmm. 5 cost for 3 evils. I mean, a bit heavy at 4 PP. It does evo a decent number of times. I don't think this is good. I think it's too heavy, even though it does evo more. Like, you rather just play things like Leon and Elfie, Blooming Dancer, these cheap free evos. I think they are just better than this. Not so on this one. Also, keeping your in this deck more than others, I think keeping your Machina followers slim as possible is very important, because you can use Islands, Ruins of Ireland to tutor your Mono and your Hypodermic Devil. I think these cards are so important to draw that maybe it's worth not running other Machina cards unless they are very good. I don't think it's worth it. I think this card is not worth running. At the end of turn, you want never see your enemy. Because, like, the Machina don't need Storm, Mon give card Storm hand. It's not in hand, right? It's on field, it's on board. At the end of your turn, deals 1 damage to your lead. Oh, it's a Wrath card. Your opponent's turn, Wrath is active for X. It's a random number between 1 and 6. Okay. He rigs the dice. You evolve him, he rigs the dice. This card's... No, this card is bad. Red Hot Gossip. Halo is Mr. Lina again. Mr. Lina's back. Kek W. Deals 3 damage to a random enemy follower. Put a random Machina follower from your deck into your hand. If allied followers evolve for at least 5 times this match. 2 damage to the enemy leader if at least 7 times recover 1 play point. This card is also very good. This card is very good. Very good. Ross Machina follower is already a very good effect. It even deals damage to face as well and recovers 1 play point. That's insanity. That's so good. That's good. Very good card. 10 out of 10. Alright, Metallic Bat. Alright, this card is already good. I don't need to see more. The first line of text is enough. The first line of text is enough. This card is good. You're gonna tell when defense is just out their leader, evolve this follower. This card is so good. What do we have to heal with, actually? Let me check first. I mean, this card heals. But I think you want recovery, right? But you have Islands Remains. Islands Remains will give you the recovery, which you can use to evolve this. That's good. Yeah, this card is good. I like this card. This card is good. It only costs 1. So the most important thing about this card is that it allows you to evolve before your evil turn, which is probably the most important thing that Evil Blood needs right now. Lets you evolve before your evil turn. Very good. It doesn't evolve for full stats, but I think that's fine. Alright, what's this? Weapon Tamer, 1 cost 1, 2. A Serpent in your hand, deal 1 damage to your leader whenever I follow origin. Depends on 1 comes into play. Give it Rush and deal 1 damage to your lead. Serpent is a 1 cost 1, 1. Why is this a mech? Why is this mech here not even though it's Wrath support? thing is not Machina. The only thing Machina support about this card is that it says Machina on it. That's it. Original defense of 1. Play this card into Nightmare, into the Crimson Talon Strike, I guess. I mean, it's probably a decent Wrath enabler. I don't know if it's that good, but it's probably decent. I don't hate it. You can just play it on turn 1, it's decent at 1 cost 1/2. It gives things Rush as well. Wait, actually it gives things Rush. That's actually pretty good. I think this card is pretty good, actually. For Wrath support, I think it's pretty good. I like it. There is that 1 cost 1/1 that has last word summon a bat. That Wrath card, I forgot what it's called. One of the aggro plays, 1 cost 1/1, ping yourself, last word, summon a bat. You can play this with it. You play this, play that thing. It's not Harmonic Wolf, it's another one. It's like a pretty new card, I forgot what it's called. I mean, look it up. Where is it? Ah, Fierce Disciple. First Disciple, this thing. 1 cost 1/1, do 1 damage to your leader, last word summon a forest bat. Play with this. You play this, you play that thing, you trade that thing, and then it summons another bat. The bat also gets rush and pings you for 1 as well. This looks good. It's a good Wrath enabler, I think. Query how good Wrath is in general, but I think there's a decent Wrath enabler. It's not bad. Vampire Croupier. It also works on itself, right? If you put another copy of itself, it works on itself. Oh no, it doesn't, because it has defense of 2. Crystallize counter 2 at the end of turn, D1 damage to your lead, last word summon the Vampire Croupier, Rush, Strike. Damage all enemies for the Wrath active. Dashboard. I mean, it's kind of like Vampire Queen's Castle. Doesn't draw cards. But it pings you twice for 2 PP, which is not bad. Then gives you this guy as well, which lets you clear your opponent's board. I don't hate it, but I'm not sure I really like it either. I feel like you'll be very sad if you have to run this card, but you might have to run this card out of necessity. Oh my god. I think it's just like it's okay to like a bit under average, I think, but it's Wrath enabler. We are missing a lot of Wrath enablers. You might have to run this card just for your Wrath. If you're playing Wrath, of course. Okay, one reminder, it's the Beauty and the Beast thing, but with a Spider Lily instead of a Rose. Usual Machina card, countdown fanfare, this card should at least add 1. Insane? This card is insane? This card is good. It even heals you so you can evolve the freaking bat. You can use this as well. This card is good. I think this card is good. Yeah, I think this card is good. I feel Cycle as well. I think the Cycle is the most important. And then once you have your key cards in hand, like if you have extra copies of some cards like that you don't see yourself using, you can just fuse them into here. Like if you have your search cards in your hand, right, like your cards that draw your Machina cards, like these, you don't need them anymore. Once you have your key cards assembled, you can just you can just use this and then just get rid of those and just draw cards with it. This is Orchid's Beauty's examination hall that costs 1 PP. I think this is good. So, mono looks good. Mono definitely looks good. I am quite happy with how mono looks, I think. Mono looks strong. Yeah, I think mono looks strong. Looks strong to me. I have faith. I believe in mono. The best part about it is that you don't even have to run Grimnir anymore. Grimnir was so obnoxious to run. Oh, but you can just play Grimnir. Oh, yeah, it's too expensive. I want to bother playing. You can just not run Grimnir anymore. Lets you send your deck out to cards that actually do things in the early game. A lot better than Grimnir. Next we have Concordia. When legendary 5 cost 1/1. Invoke. Everyone's favorite mechanic is back again. At the end of the turn, if you have at least one evo point and at least one of them has been used this turn, invoke this card. This card has like possibly one of the easiest invoke conditions ever. Fanfare banish enemy follow your leader following effect. And evolve this follower next time damage. Take damage reduced 0 once in each opponent's turn. When they play a follower, restore 2 defense to your leader. Or once each of your opponents play a follower, give -2/-2 and restore 2 defense to your leader. Honestly, I'm almost convinced to say that you play this in literally every Haven deck. This card is very nice to free-to-play players because you only ever play one copy of this deck. I don't think you ever play more than one copy. The first time you invoke this card is very, very easy. Subsequent attempts are much, much harder. And if you draw this card, you are what? Playing a 5 cost 1/1. Your opponent -2/-. That's good. You play this as a one-off, and then like you just evolve, and then this thing just comes out automatically. And when it comes out, it heals you when your opponent plays a follower, which is like basically every class, I think. Big Haven and Heal Haven. I don't know if I think Heal Haven is probably gone. I think Heal Haven is probably gone after Agent of the Commandments rotates out. It's gonna be much harder to play. Bellerophon support unlimited. True. Is it true? Does Bellerophon's effect only does Bellerophon's effect work on your opponent's turn as well? I don't actually know. But yeah, this is probably good. This is very good for Lena. Just run one copy, and then Lena can put it back in the deck as well if you wanted that. You can just use the Wings of Friendship to put it back in the deck. Good. Good card. Next is Meowscur's Shaggy Console. Last one, countdown 2, summon Meowscur's Rush, Fanfare, deal damage to random enemy follower, restore 2 defense to your leader, at least 5 allied player points have been destroyed. You have to recover 1 evo point and 3 play points. Last word, summon the Neteran Great Tree. Neteran World Tree, sorry. You could place it in Lena, but then you have the freaking tree, which probably don't want to play this in Lena. So this is Natura Amulet support. It's good as Amulet supports 2 PP for 2 amulets. And it recovers evo points as well, which is solid in the late game. I think it's good. Looks good to me. Selena, Urgy's Judgment. Ward, 4 cost 3 for Ward. Fanfare put a Fiery Reproach. Is that what we call Haven Fire now? But instead of screaming Haven Fire, does she just scream Fiery Reproach now? Your hand, if you have more evil points than your opponent, recover 2 play points. Well, put a Haven Fire in hand. Haven Fire was 1 cost now. Right, and like that do 4 damage. 4. And oh, this card is good. But the fact that she doesn't get more copies of it anymore is... Oh, she does. You evolve her, she gets another copy. Wait, this is good. This is good. This is good. Good card. You can actually kill people just with Haven Fire. I think it needs a target though, right? I think it requires you to have an amulet to destroy to play it. It's a little bit iffy, but it's fine. You can just destroy the Ward Tree with it. But you can just destroy your own Ward Tree with this and then play another Ward Tree and pop it again with Haven Fire. I think it's strong. I think this is strong. Yeah, Amulet looks pretty strong. Oh, it looks okay. It looks playable at least. Amulet looks playable at the very least. You have Mouse Gears, you know how to deal damage. One copy of her is 2 copies of Haven Fire, which is 8 damage total, which is a lot. Arlen, Pillar of Balance. Now this is the legendary card. Well, not legendary. This is the card that we're all talking about, right? But cost 4/4, banish all other followers, evolve plus Sigil of Balance in hand. Sigil of Balance. Change both leaders' maximum defense to 20, restore 5 defense to both leaders. Insane control tool. Banish all other followers is... It's some bullshit, is what it is. Why the hell are we doing this? Banish all other followers. So, Last Words is dead. You actually cannot play Last Words anymore. Like, they just play this one card, your entire board is gone. Your Sigil of Balance is like, feels like it's mostly just anti-Valdane tech. Use both leaders for 5 is... I mean, that's a lot of healing for you. I don't think you really care the opponent's healing. You're probably just going to try to punch them in the face for like 50 damage with Lena anyway, right? Looks... I mean, this card is obviously very strong. This card is very strong. Let's move on. Good card. Fighting Prayers. Whenever an ally amulet is destroyed, subtract 1 from the cost of this card. If the amulet was a natural World Tree, subtract 1 more. Destroy an ally amulet, banish a random enemy follower. Non-target banish. So you can get rid of some... Most followers get completely dunked by this card, which is good. Whenever an ally amulet is destroyed, subtract 1 from the cost of the card. And then you can destroy your own amulets with this as well, which is makes the 10 amulet count very fast. You can make the 10 amulet count very, very fast with this. Annoying Banish, Big Haven. I don't think Lena can play this, right? How do you discount this in late? But you can destroy amulets so fast because they have so many like cards to destroy your own amulets. It's actually really fast to destroy. Looks good. Very annoying removal effect. I think it looks pretty solid. Because we lose Feathery Tempest for amulet, right? So we are desperately in need of board clear and removal, and this is a very solid option. Non-zero removal, it gets around untargetable effects, and it also just banishes. Good. Like it. Love banish. Haven is becoming Haven. Vicious Muse, Haven Silver Natura, Fanfare Wars. Force any once again. I'm not so on this one. I don't think it's good enough. Eshamali Fanfare. Lord, this card is also trash. Why does it cost 6? Fanfare summon a nature and world tree. For X from this come down. S is the number of evil points you have. If your evil point on turn you are unable to evolve. So another thing that I've noticed about Natura in Haven, right, is that when you play the Seraph, it summons 4 different random allied amulets that have been destroyed, right? And then the problem with that used to be that you have to run so many amulets in order to have enough amulets get destroyed. But if you're playing Natura, you can just get there pretty much relying almost entirely on your great trees. Means that you have you have a better chance of summoning actually useful amulets with the True Key. Wait, is that how it works? Wait, how does True Key work? I need to check. Make sure I'm not talking out my ass here. Oh, it summons. Oh, okay. It actually works better than I thought. The Seraph summons countdown amulets, which means that if you perform your amulet count with mostly Natura world trees, you can actually choose what amulets your Seraph will summon, which is a lot better than it was before when you would summon random shit like Garuda and like other random draw amulets. So you can summon like actually effective amulets. Like you can summon this thing. Not bad. In Natura Haven it's bad. I think it's actually good in Natura. You just run like actually useful amulets alongside your Seraph. I think Natura is the amulet deck. I think Amulet and Natura are the same deck. I think you just use Natura in Amulet Haven and that's the plan. Like yeah, you don't have any specific like Natura count, right? You are just the only count you need. The only quest I guess you have is amulet count. Even Meowscurse is on amulet count, right? Yeah, even Meowscurse is just on amulet count. There's nothing about requiring Natura cards or tree. And you have ways to destroy your own trees anyway, so you can get them out of the way for you to play Seraph if you want to. So I think that's actually... I think you actually do play Natura for Amulet, and that's probably good. That's cool. You summon a Regal Falcon, it's just some bunch of Storm. Good card. Alright. I mean, it summons a tree. 2 amulets for the price of 2 PP. That's good enough, I think. Risewing, Rush, Fanfare, put a card in your hand, can attack 2 times per turn. I don't know why this card exists, let's just pretend it doesn't. Heavenly Flag Bearer. Rush, summon another copy of this thing, strike. This card is garbage. Mali Advocate, 1 cost. Cost 1. Summon a random ally amulet. Ugh. 3 cost for 1 amulet? Gross. I don't like this card. I don't think it's good. Mark Overcome. Draw a card at 5 amulet. Even. What, this? This, oh this. This is a good. This is Big Haven support. Now this is Big Haven support. This is the Big Haven support we want. It just hits them in the face for a tree. Just a random tree damage out of nowhere. I think this pretty good. I mean it cycles. Damage to face, clears board. A 5 is a lot. I don't think this is worth running actually. I thought it looked good, but I don't think it's worth running. I'm gonna pass on this one. I don't think this one's good. But I think it's okay. I don't think it's good enough. That's Haven. Big Haven has some interesting cards, but I think Amulet looks fun. With Meowscar is okay. 5 is a lot. I think Amulet looks fun. I don't really like playing Lena. And I think Lena looks like okay. It definitely got some decent support, but I think Amulet looks more fun to me. Get a Haven Fire, that's cool. I do like Amulet. I think Haven is looking like pretty okay. I think Haven's gonna be okay next expansion. Alright, can finally go on to the last one, Portalcraft. I like how you have all these characters. I like how you have all these like you look at these like arts, you have Briar Maiden, whatever the hell this name is, Rosy Card Magician, Crystal Shard Dragon, you Atom, Chaotic Chimera, Concordia, and then you just have post-apocalyptic girls. I kind of don't know how to find this card's name really weird, right? This feels so out of place, especially for legendary card. This feels like a bronze Take 2 card. This looks like the name of a Take 2 card. Why the hell is this a legendary post-apocalyptic girl? Portal legendary. This is resonance support, right? You're gonna turn one of these cards added to your hand. X, subtract X from its cost, reveal it X number of times resonance. I just realized how resonance wins the game. Wait, I just realized. I figured that I know how resonance wins. I've solved it. You play the name. Play Antenita. Use Antenita to clone Elena. Then you play Elena. And then Elena gives you Yuan. Then you evolve Antenita to clone the Yuan as well. And that's just how you win the game. You just play like 5 million Yuans. And then you just win the game somehow from that. That is my vision. That is how I think Resonance wins games. Alright, 1 put a 2 analyzing effect and then put a post out go at the end of turn. And fairy restore 5 defense to your leader. Give your leader the following effect. Next time damage. Damage to don't have storm, no ward, nothing. Feels lacking. It feels like it's missing like one effect. I feel like this card is missing like one effect, like a ward or a storm or a rush at least or something. Like it just heals you for 5 and gives you a damage shield and that's it. Actually healing for 5 is a lot. I don't know what the artifact had meant. Artifacts are kind of weird. That's good for artifact with unlimited Robopart and Biofab. That's true, it probably is. But in rotation, I'm not super sure what it's meant to do. Alphamet Lore Taker. We need Magna 0 in rotation, that's all we need. Lore Taker, he's gonna take your lore. Fusion Mechana cards, whenever cards are fused to this card, if it's the first time this match, then you have 4 or 5 play points, use 4 play points, summon Tisiphone. If it's the second time, you have 6 or 7 play points, use 6 and summon Electo. Fanfare if it's fused with at least cards. Summon a Tisiphone, Electo, and Megira. Tisiphone is 4 cost 2/4. Rush, Follower Strike, deals 7 damage to the enemy follower, can attack 2 times per turn. And then the Evolve form can attack 3 times per turn and does 8 damage. I guess cool. Evolve and unevolved allied mechanism. This, oh, wrong one. Electo. Flash, restore 2 defense to your leader, can't take more than 2 damage at a time, can't be destroyed by effects. And Megira. If this card is followed targeted by enemy effects, your opponent can only target this follower. So come to play, deal 6 damage to the enemy, then draw 5 cards. Break to Bio, Banish, and Big Haven. The thing about this card is that, like, I feel like you can just God Curve into this country. You can just play like on turn 7 you play Synthetic Eden, then on turn 8 you just play this. And that's like a lot for opponent to have to answer. Like it's a lot of stats and effects for like one card. Like you obviously can't play this in like you can't play this in Gratina. There's no way you can play this in Gratina. It just doesn't fit. It's too heavy. Way to big banish Haven. That is true. If you get banished, you're in a very bad position. I think it's okay. You can play in control. You can play a control deck, I think, with this. You have a turn 7 play with Eden, and turn 8 you play this thing, turn 9 you do something, turn 10 you play Chronos. The opponent cries. You can also just instantly fuse the cards and play it, and you don't have to go through all his additional summons if you don't want to do that, but I think you generally kind of do. Persephone is great board clear, Electo is... I mean, it heals you, I guess, which is cool. It gives you a pretty annoying war that your opponent has to try to answer. With can't be destroyed by effects, can't take 2 mana. This thing is super annoying actually. This thing is obnoxious. This thing is so obnoxious. And got the chase into 8 PP instead of 9 PP. This is a 9 PP Bahamut. This Baphomet, it wasn't the 9 PP one, right? 9 PP of Bahamut's a different card, I think. Sorry, not Bahamut, Baphomet. This thing's so annoying. But on one hand, yes, if your opponent has like a lot of banishes like Haven, then like Fry. On the other hand, every other deck has so much trouble with this guy. How the hell do you get through this? How weak robots are. I think it looks okay. Like, it looks pretty solid. It feels like another Eden kind of card, which is like, it's just a big value card. It doesn't necessarily win a game on its own or anything, but it's just big value. I think it's pretty solid. It's a shame that Kirazael is gone though. Kirazael probably be solid. The problem with this, I guess, you have to run Machina cards, which, like, depending on what they have here, might not be bad. But I think it's just a solid, big, bad card that does some stuff, and I think that's good enough. We'll see like for 5 cards. Nuts. Next we have Ilganil, which is rarely for some reason. Fanfare rarely 20, put Hollow Governance in your hand. Banish this follower, last words put Ilganil in your hand. Evolve, give -1/-1 to all enemy followers. Last word put in Ilganil, restore Witch in hand. This is what Slaughtering Samurai could have been. Hollow Governance 5 cost, summon 3 Overgrown Wretches. But they're not gonna show what the Overgrown Wretches are. I'll have to look it up myself. The hell is an Overgrown Wretch? Is it even a card? This old new Uganil. Wait, what the? What the hell is an Overgrown Wretch? Is it another card? Oh, there it is. It costs 4/1. Storm. During a turn when this follower attacks the enemy leader, deal 3 damage to the follower after damage is dealt. Ah. Ready 20. You'll get 5 cost Storm for 12. Even run this in. But try putting it in like puppets. But like Puppet has no finisher besides this thing, and I guess Name. Style. They don't have Puppet Workout anymore, so that's not even that option. Rally 20. Get there. You need puppets to get to Rally 20. Or you can play a artifact, but I don't think you want to bother playing her an artifact. I think you should just be playing artifacts and artifact. Yeah, I'm not into this card. I don't see it. I don't see the vision. He says he doesn't know what Ilganu is meant to do. Yeah, I don't know either. Someone else is gonna have to cook for this one. I don't know what the hell Ilganu is here for either. Good afternoon, hello. Questing Archaeologist. Alright, this is Zif's card, right? Unfair summon an ancient artifact, put 2 ancient into your deck, choose 0, evolve summon Lineage, put 0. You can place in Machina control, honestly, and I don't think it's that bad. Just run this in Machina control. You have a decent board with Lineage and Ancient. You have them to cost 0 in deck at some point. You definitely won't play as an artifact. I don't think artifact has any point or room to play this card. Yeah, this doesn't look that good to me. Duel with Destiny, choose use your play points equal to play this card as Ewan's Fervor or Baphomet's Authority. Ewan's Fervor summons 2 artifacts. If you have more evil points, the opponent recovers. This is Merciless Warding on crack. So you evolve him to get Keenage artifact. But like, he puts random crap in your deck that you don't want. That's why I'm thinking that you use him in a control deck instead. If you play a control deck like Keenage is at least decent, you can use the heal, right? But in artifact, this card is crap. When do you even use this? When you can evolve, you want to evolve Aegil, and then you evolve Carnila, yeah, right? Ewan's Fervor. This is Merciless Warding on crack. 3 damage to all enemy followers if you have a card in your hand that costs at least 8 play points. Do 6 damage. 3 damage for 6 damage for 3 PP for 6 AoE damage. Board clears. The board clear stocks are rising. This card's board clear is illegal, I think. I mean, summons artifact, which is maybe good for artifact. Oh, it's like each half of the card. Okay, that makes sense. Do you even want to place an artifact? It's 3 costs for 2 artifacts, but it summons them and doesn't shuffle anything in your deck. Yeah, I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good. You place in control maybe and use this. No, I don't like this card. I don't think it's good. I think Portal is pretty fucked. Portal looks pretty screwed over right now. Battler, Coyote, Portal Silver, Rush, Fanfare, recover 4 play points. Last word, summon a Steed. This card is crap. What is this card meant to do? This is like a Lena card. If this is Haven, why is this in where's UN spell card? It's here, right? One's Fervor and Baphomet's Authority. Why is this card in here? This should be a Haven card. This shouldn't be a Portal card. Alright, mass produce Enforcer, 2 cost 3/1. When this card is fused to another card, if you have a card in your hand that originally costs at least 8 play points, do they're supposed to fuse this into Baphomet, I guess. Crash last recover. They are releasing a weird buff. I guess they are leaning this weird like Baphomet archetype with if you have an 8 cost or higher in your hand, then do something, which is kind of strange. Last words is weak. The best Portal card, ironically, you win, which tied to neutral card. I mean, that's true for Sword as well, right? Sword's best card is Erica, which is tied to a neutral card. This card is used in a card. You have card in your hand. The card. I mean, it's not bad. Yes, it's like okay. Last Words gives you a recovery, but you can just fuse that into not Bahamut, Baphomet at some point. It works. Oh. It looks a lot worse as well already with 5 cost spell. Right, follower recover X plate points, X equals to follower's cost. Wait, what? Wait. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Ah? Wait, actually? Hold on. I think this is like a one-off in like a control deck, and it's probably fine that way, but it's probably worth running at least 1 copy. And discount it with Shin or Eden, yeah. I don't hate it. I do not hate this card. I think it's okay. You definitely don't run like 3 copies of it. That would be stupid, but like 1 or 2 is like probably worth running actually. I do like it. You can also pop your own followers, which is pretty funny. You can pop your own followers and recover play points that way. But you can cheat play points with Eon. You can play Eon and then pop the Eon with this thing. It's stupid though. Wait. That's what this is for? That's what this is for? You play this for 5, recover 4 play points, and then you play this on it, and you recover the whole cost. Oh wait, it does nothing because you play 5. You pay 5 to recover 5. Yeah, that does nothing. That's it. Not bad. Outmoded warrior. And if I put a bifurcating artifact in your hand and change cost, it's a Machina card. What's with these Machina cards that generate artifacts? That just doesn't seem like it, like the thing to do. I'm not into it. I don't like this card. I don't think it's good. Metal Mammoth, Ward, Summon 2. Okay, yeah, this card is already terrible. If Resonance active for you, evolve. One play the Dog Robot, same thing. Magician Red got a buff. I don't know why they even bothered to buff Magician Red. Okay, this is the weird card that I don't know what the hell is going on with. Plus for 1 Storm. Nameless Impulse, recover 1 evil point, and let's evolve. 5 times smash, recover 2 play points. This is in support, I guess. This is 0 cost play point recover, evil point recovery, which is like okay. Nice. And that's all the cards. Alright. So, going through it, Forest is probably just Natura, punch people in the face with Ladika, explode, they die. That's probably good enough for them. Fire Maiden I do like for Castell. Damien seems a bit weird, I don't know where he's supposed to fit into. And Natura seems pretty solid, a lot of solid cards here. Forest looks pretty good. And Forest has the added bonus of being able to run Lily, which automatically levels it up. Yeah, Forest eating good probably. For Sword they slaughtered my boy Blade Right's Lieutenant, sent him into this monstrosity. Fire Strike looks good for like basically any Sword deck. Artifact deck still good. Like okay, I guess. Artifact didn't lose anything, so it's still the same, I think. Gain anything either, so it's still the same. Balion. Neutral Sword, I mean not Neutral Sword, Natura Sword is okay looking. I don't know if it has enough to win the game. It feels like it needs like 1 more expansion worth of support to like have a win con right now. I'm not sure if Balion is enough to win games. You might need like to draw like all 3 copies of Balion to win a game. But then it's a bit iffy. The Evo cards look super... A lot of the Evo cards look very good, but I don't see how Evo is meant to win games, honestly. The cheese strategy and potential to high roll and evolve 5 times by turn 4 is hilarious, but that's obviously not realistic. And then we got Erica, so Sword is probably going to be okay. Sword will be in good shape just because we have Erica. I'm not sure how much Balion or the Evo package stuff is gonna impact, but we have Erica, so that's automatically a thumbs up from Gunslinger for Sword. Imagine Gunslinger. Gunslinger would be so broken. Gunslinger would be busted. For Rune, Spell Boost looks a bit iffy, but Machina does look pretty solid to me. I believe in Machina. I have no faith in Spell Boost. I think Spell Boost is too weak, I think. Miser is not going to be rapid firing too much. I like Tetra. I think Tetra looks good. I have faith. For Dragon, it's probably gonna be buff again. Valdane Natura doesn't look too bad, but it doesn't look super strong either. So I think for Dragon, it's gonna be another expansion of buff if you are interested in playing, if you're a Dragon fan. Oh, the infinite shadow rejection combo is hilarious though, so that's worth noting. Maybe that will actually become the meta. This infinite shadows rejection. No Vincent here. I mean, we didn't get knocked out either, so like, to be fair. For Shadow, Machina is a joke. I don't know what the hell they were trying to accomplish with Machina, and I don't see it going anywhere. Lubel is broken as hell, in my opinion. I think in this entire set of cards, you just have to look at this one and that's all you need. This is generally... This and Atom are probably like the only actual new cards for Shadow. The rest are all jokes. Hot garbage. Lubel is busted. I think if any card were to be nerfed, it will probably be Lubel. For Blood, Mono looks genuinely good. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I think it'll be pretty good. Playable. Raph has like some okay cards, but I don't know how well it will work without Aerodeath. We have to win with Urias, Adonai, and this thing. Or maybe Urias just enough. Maybe Urias is just that good. But no Evo support. I mean for Blood. Some solid things. We have this thing to heal. We have thing which is good. We have this which is very good. I am happy with Blood. For Haven, Lena did get some pretty disgusting shit with Marlone. Mainly with Marlone. I think it's just Marlone actually. That's all they really got. You can probably play Meowskers in Lena maybe? I don't know, that free that it summons is a bit annoying for Lena. But for Emerald, Emerald looks fun. I think Emerald looks fun. If I was gonna play Haven, I would definitely play Amulet instead of Lena. Annoy, Banish, Haven, yeah. There's a lot of banishes. But I think Amulet looks cool. We have Haven Fire. And no matter what anyone says, this is Haven Fire from now on. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. This is Haven Fire. And then for Portal is very sad. I don't see how Portal wins with anything besides play good stuff until your opponent concede. The best I can think of for Portal right now is turn 7 Eden, turn 8 Baphomet, and if your opponent doesn't concede, you concede. Like, I guess you just go back to playing Control Portal. Just play turn 7 Eden, turn 8 Baphomet, and then turn 10 you play Chronos, and that's how you win games. I don't see any other thing you can do. Or you can play Artifact, I guess. That's probably also fine. One can stop me from saying Rapid Fire and Haven Fire. Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. And my other cope that I've invented. Well, probably not invented. I'm sure other people have thought this too. But my other cope for Portal is you play Elena. You play Antenita, and Antenita will clone Elena. Then you play Elena, and then you evolve Antanita, and Antanita will clone your Yuan, and then you get the infinite Yuan, and that's how you win the game. Clone a bunch of Yuans, and then you just play 5 Yuans in one turn, and that's 20 damage OTK. And that's how you win with Portal. But realistically, it's probably just Artifact, I think, and an expansion of Artifact. Which is possibly best deck in class. Forest and Shadow look very strong. I think for me the top tier is Forest and Shadow. And then Sword and Blood go next. Then Dragon, no, Sword, Blood and Rune probably, and then Dragon, and then Dragon and I don't know, it's a bit hard to say. I think Forest and Shadow look like the strongest, and Portal is definitely the bottom. Portal looks very sad. Yeah, that's it for today. Finally looking at all the cards. I have the new tomorrow. It will be fun. If it's fun enough, I'll try to get a day 1 GM this time, but very unlikely that I will play that much. So that's it for today. We're coming super long thing today. I went for like what, 3-4 hours. That's it. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.